hold it down. I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
There we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Hey Adam, hey Michael, hey Crypto, and hey everybody else. Wonder, Bideford, Jane. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I'm a little off because I'm really tired. This stream will probably be around an hour to an hour and a half, probably not the normal 2 hours, because after this, I'm going to sleep. And tomorrow, I'm going to be waking up, not early, but I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of pre-recorded intros for future videos, and like pretty much just putting on a bunch of different shirts to say, hey everybody, here's your update. And I'm going to be doing more of those update videos for you guys. But what I need to do to have the time to do that is do all the pre-takes first, and then with the day of the release, since it is time sensitive, I'm just going to be recording the actual important stuff and then editing it and then sending it off to you guys to see what's going on. But okay, everybody. I think we can officially say we're going to be looking for a bounce here now that we've had another candle close above this Fibonacci level. What's currently happening here is we're just there's another Fibonacci level right here, and that's what's stopping us from going even higher. So I think once we break above that Fibonacci level for a little bit and hold, you should see alts and Bitcoin itself have two more good days. I think as far as our levels of resistance and support, we'll go over that in a little bit here. But right now, it looks like we want to take a little bit more of a bounce. I'm hopeful that we can actually continue this little bit of a move up here. This might be a better way to show it like that. Only caveat being just wait for the whales. If you want to take a position, you could have already done that after the breakout we had today. Just be careful because there could be a fake out or two. I don't really see the whales trying to short at this level here. They might try to short when we pop back up, and then once we're cooling back off here. So right now, I think we're looking for a little bit of a stronger move going upwards. If you want to take a position, make sure to have a stop loss. As always, it really will protect you in case anything bad happens. I'm gonna go over here very fast. There's a few different things. There we go. So, oops. There you go. See, here's one of the Fibonacci levels we're talking about right here. There are a few other ones, kind of looking at a little bit of a cluster. But you can see we're trying to break out above this Fibonacci. And if we go back over here to the other chart we were talking about today, there's another Fibonacci level right here that we're currently trying to break out above. I think if we manage to break out above that, since we have broken above the other patterns of the day, remember guys, we started off with this one right here. Broke out here. This was your first attempt to buy if you guys wanted to buy, with the stop loss, of course. Came up, got rejected. We added another trend line. On the second breakout, it seems to be a little bit more sturdy, and it seems like Bitcoin at this moment in time, we're just testing out the waters in anticipation of our breakout above this Fibonacci. Once we break out above this level, I think we'll be chugging along a little bit more smoothly. So, if you guys want to take some day trades, go for it. And just be careful how all this turns out. Make sure you have a stop loss in case for whatever reason we decide to drop back down below this trend line here. That would be bad. But right now, I don't see that happening unless some type of whale says, hey, I don't want this to break out. Let's just crash. And again, I don't really see them trying to do this at these levels. I've been wrong before about this type of stuff, but, we just had another breakout here. We'll see how far it goes. At this moment in time, we're just being stop 5 Fibonacci level. That's it. As far as Gann fence and everything like that, we really don't have too many levels of resistance. We have one a little bit higher, as you guys will see on this chart, but that's all the way at 24,343 or 349. I think we can easily make a move if we were to break out back up here, then maybe get rejected, consolidate, and then we would have to see what happens over the next few days, probably leading into the weekend or so. But right now, we're looking at a pretty green day for a change after a pretty miserable last few days here. And it might be a good opportunity to, see how altcoins react to this little bit of a bounce here. Because you have seen some altcoins that have been going down quite a bit, and some altcoins that have been kind of grinding down slowly, but not terrible. I'm going to be looking to, if I want to, do some day trading here without leverage, I might be looking for some of those coins that fell down a lot over the past few days. Those might be the coins that really have a significant bounce here as we attempt to break out above this Fibonacci level here. Okay, back over here. No more big news as far as what I've seen after the Federal Reserve meeting. Everything is just kind of a recap of what happened. Only good news I can see on CNBC right now is Dow futures are up, S&P futures are up, and NASDAQ futures are up, and oil is actually back up again. So oil actually had a little bit of a surge here since we last talked. And so far, it looks like the market might be green tomorrow, leading to another green day as far as Bitcoin's concerned, okay? We've really had a nice bounce off of this level. If you look at the daily chart, we held the level pretty well, even though we worked down below it 2 days in a row after breaking down below. We've managed to bounce back up, and we just have to wait to see how high this next this next big move will be, okay? And then I want you guys to be using maybe one of your stop losses, not stop losses. One of the prices of places of resistance, that I'm going to be looking for here is at this candle's high here from 2 days ago, and that's going to be about 23,362. I think also lining up here a little bit below this Ganfin level, so right around here might be able to pop above that, and we'll see if we can break above the Ganfin level. I don't think this Ganfin level is going to be anything too crazy because it wasn't too crazy for us to break down below. We stopped for just a few minutes, consolidated, then kept on moving. So it didn't look too strong to me. But okay, back over here to the 15. We can go back over the 1 minute chart here. And coordinates 3782. What's the difference between these? 8773. It shouldn't matter too much. We're just worried. We're just trying to break out above this Fibonacci levels right here. Maybe it's the same line actually. All right, there we go. That should be fun. All right, hope you guys are well. Besides that, there's not really too much to talk about more than what we talked about earlier today. If you guys have any questions in general, let me know. I'm getting more bullish about Bitcoin in the short term here. It's going to be fun to trade this one here, but anything else of importance here that we didn't talk about earlier today? Just keep a watch out for Celsius. Make sure they're not going to have any breaking news here because they just got some lawyers. I'm waiting to see if they have some type of announcement that may hurt the market in general. It'd be bad news that, FUD, whatever it may be. But until then, let's just wait to see if Bitcoin breaks out. I'm optimistic we can at least try to get back above 23,000, maybe even all the way up to 24,000. And we've had 2 breakouts so far. The first one over here, second one just a few minutes ago, or 2 hours ago, excuse me. But we're still waiting to have that surge above the Fibonacci level like we are trying to do right now. We'll wait to see if there's a big boom in volume or anything like that. Excuse me. And hey, Michael. I told you stop losses, but usually stop losses are what I do to make sure I don't get in any trouble. I would recommend an exchange that allows you to do stop losses while you do the trade. So, what's an easy way to do this? So like I've told you, BitGet, when you sign up for BitGet and you do your futures trading and stuff like that, you'll say how much money you want to invest, what the leverage is, and what price you want to buy, right? Well, right below that, there's a little checkbox that says PT and SL, right? So profit taking or profit target or price target, and stop loss. You can enter those numbers in there at the same time. So as soon as you push that button that says buy or sell, you're gonna, if the price hits your price target, you sell. If the price hits your stop loss, you sell for the loss, right, or sell for the gain, right? If it hits the price target, and then that's all you have to do. And you're just kind of waiting to see if that plan works out, or if you feel a bit more skittish about it, you can always sell early, and that's perfectly okay as well. But right now, that's mostly how I trade. I have to have stop losses, a little bit of guardrails, especially because we're very volatile right now. We're trading a breakout in a bear market. That's always harder than shorting a breakdown in a bear market, right? Many of the breakouts that we've had over the past few months, they've been okay, but they haven't been freaking fantastic. Like a good short, when we're tanking, that's you're going to be making the majority of your money in this market. Longing is going to make you some money, but not nearly as much because you're facing headwinds, so to speak. And hey, Adam, happy to see you back as well. And hey, Monica, hello, Mike, happy to see you back as well here. Let's see. And hey, Laura, why is crypto pumping today? Shorts are taking a break. We've held 2 days above the Fibonacci level of support and some Ganfin levels of tapping above that. There's a little bit of a boom. And it's long's time to take a little bit of pump up so we can continue to consolidate. Remember, guys, we don't just keep going down all the time. We have to consolidate, give a little bit of a breather to Bitcoin. And that's why maybe I'll just open up a new chart here since this is kind of going up a little bit more. Yeah, it should be fine. That was a nice little pump there. So this is a 4-hour chart. Here's a daily chart. After having these big dumps, normally we need a little bit of time to consolidate, and then we continue to drop down again. Even we even had this consolidation where this took about 100 days, right? Consolidation, drop, consolidation. We even had consolidation as we were forming the second shoulder of the head and shoulders play here, right? So consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. That's what it looks like we're trying to start off now. Just like we had here, we had a little bit of a run up, then we fell back down, consolidated a little bit before ultimately falling back down here. But we'll have an opportunity to have a nice pattern, so we'll have an easier opportunity to figure out when exactly to short going forward. And then, so here's the move we were just talking about happening. There's the green day starting off. And so far it's doing okay. I opened up an Ethereum short before the stream started. I opened up a small one on Bitcoin because I don't have any much money there right now. I moved all to KuCoin. Well, not all of it, but a good portion of it. And then I also have a position on KuCoin as well. It should be making me money. It's mostly just there so I can show you guys how I normally would trade something like this on a breakout day. And, you know, my stop loss right now is pretty much this white line right here. But it's more of like a, what did I have, a $500 position with 50x leverage. I think I accidentally did 49x leverage on BitGet, but I don't think that matters too much. But yeah, we'll see how this plans out here. Excuse me. There we go. But I want to see Bitcoin continue to have a little bit of a surge, because going back to that daily chart, now we're breaking it above the Fibonacci levels. We've already broken out above this little bit of a downtrend. And now we're going to try to at least go back up to 23,362 for a little bit of resistance, and then after that try to make a run up towards $24,000. Okay, after that, who knows, because we do have some levels of resistance. We have that 4-to-1 gain fan level on the other chart. On the 4-hour chart, you can see we have a level of resistance right here at 23,863. All right, that's one level of resistance. The other level of resistance is going to be right here. You can almost see how when we actually were coming back up, we ran back into this Gann fan and got rejected. Now we're going to be hoping that we can break back above that Gann fan, use it as a little bit of support, and maybe some type of consolidation. But so we have resistance at, oh, I messed up with the magnet. 23,376 going over here as well. We're going to have resistance at 24,330. So about $1,000 worth of resistance here, but we can easily pop above that and make a stronger move. And this might be a price target for some of you guys, depending on if you guys want to go off of just those technicals, which is fine. I'm mostly going to be using this ones. Or if you want to be going after, oh, I don't even know if this is going to work. Maybe an hour chart. Yeah. If you guys want to be going after Fibonacci retracement levels here. And earlier we ran into the first one, got rejected for a few hours, broke out above it. We're heading for this level of resistance around 23,000. Then ultimately there's one way up here at 25,000. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to hit that one. However, if we do eventually consolidate a little bit more, I might be able to do another Fibonacci extension level. So like right now I could do this, and we came all the way back down here. You know, now I could at least adjust it to maybe we have a price target around 24,000, timing up with that Gann fin level that we were just talking about. And we're running into our first level of resistance currently, which is, yeah, right about here. All right, so new Fibonacci extensions. We'll see how good of a rally this will be. Is this the right chart though? Yeah, okay, there we go. And so there's usually a reason why we stop somewhere after a breakout like that. Hopefully we can continue to consolidate and make another move up using this Fibonacci level right here as support from now on. There we go. All right. And hey, General Brandon Jackson. Hey, Mike, check out the new Dogecoin DeFi news. I'll check it out after the stream. I haven't seen any news so far, but it looks like it'll be pretty good news. And hey, Alexander. Hey, Michael. Bull or bear? Right now, it's pretty bullish. Right now, we're pretty bullish. We're looking for a little bit of a bounce. You could call it a dead cat bounce. You can call it a bounce off of Fibonacci levels. We're looking pretty strong right now, just with the caveat of watch out for bears. And the only thing you have to do while watching out for bears, as far as like shorts and the whales, is just to have a stop loss to protect yourself. Hey, Cassidy. This is more of a dead cat bounce, most likely going into some type of consolidation. Then most likely when we break down out of that consolidation, we should be going back down, probably down to $17,000 or so. I think what's going on right now is, as you guys know, Celsius is having a lot of issues. And they still have their accounts locked from what I've seen over the past few minutes. Days. What's a good way to say this? There are shorts out there that want the price of Bitcoin to go down to liquidate Celsius. Therefore, all of their positions would sell, and they'll make way more money as Bitcoin crashes because they're shorting the market, okay? After they've done that, we should consolidate for a while, and then we should be able to find some type of bottom, hopefully, over the next few months or so, as long as Bitcoin can really stay above some of those major support levels that we talked about before. I know there's more of a growing thing I think I've seen on social media where people are talking about us going back down to like $5,000, $10,000 and stuff like that. Well, ultimately that is possible. I don't see any signs of that happening right now. I'm still choosing to, and the reason for that is I'm still choosing to have faith that this potential recession and everything like that won't be a complete disastrous route. That would mean that Bitcoin would have to go down well below its normal levels during a bear market, like the normal 80%. It would have to be coming down like 90, 95%, which I don't see happening right now. I could be wrong about that, and that's fine on me. But I wanna have some hope that Jerome Powell can get the market under control, and Biden can figure out how to lower gas prices specifically here in America. Because if the American economy is still roaring, that means we'll start to buy more stuff again, basically. And at the same time, that means we'll have to. That means China will be able to make more stuff again, so we can buy it from them. And our two economies pretty much lead the world. And so if we're doing okay, not great, but just okay, I think the rest of the world can kind of survive off of that. That's my hope here going forward. Again, we'll have to wait and see how Jerome Powell does here and how Biden does with the oil companies and the Saudi Arabian prince. OPEC. There you go. And hey, Gary Khan, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Let's see. And hey, Brian, yes, most likely Bitcoin will be coming back down here, guys. There is nobody on YouTube, nobody in the world that's going to know exactly where the bottom is here, okay? So just be very, very careful if you guys are trying to time the bottom for Bitcoin. We're most likely going to be in this bear market for months, so you guys will have ample opportunities to buy and whatnot. The way I'm doing this is I'm just buying a little bit here and there and buying big chunks when I feel it's necessary. But the majority of my buying right now is like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit every day. And then over the period, if you guys have the cojones, so to speak, you're going to have to wait a while. But once the market starts to pick back up, once, the economy starts to pick back up, frankly, from there, you're going to start seeing some pretty consistent gains. And you will either continue to add as the price goes up, or you will, try swing trading or day trading the market and making more money that way. It'll be up to you at that point, but the easiest way you guys can make money is just to prepare for the long term here if you guys don't know how to make consistent money trading just yet. And that'll be fine. Mm-hmm. What's right here? And hey, Journal, Dogecoin USD announcement, the launch of its Dogecoin Test Net to facilitate the testing of decentralized applications prior to mainnet deployment and network evaluations. Oh, that's interesting. I feel Ethereum gives good return when you have a low budget and it follows Bitcoin. Normally, yeah, because Ethereum goes up more than Bitcoin and also goes down more than Bitcoin. So, over the last few days, let me see if that's actually accurate here. Yeah, last 7 days, Ethereum is down 40%, Bitcoin is down 32%, right? Last 24 hours, Ethereum is down 11% or 12%, and Bitcoin's only down 8%. So it works both ways. Remember, Ethereum is an altcoin technically. So it will always go down more than Bitcoin. It will always go up more than Bitcoin. But there is at least some good news there with Ethereum that it's looking like it wants to bounce up a little bit here as well. It's not, it's not looking like it wants to break $1,000 anymore. At least now it's at $1,200. And then if it does break $1,000, it'll be on the next breakdown here. Whenever we form this pattern, and if we break down, right? The traditional market could be flying right now if crypto guys would come home. I don't even know if crypto people, there's a lot of crypto guys that have money right now in this market, right? I talk to people on exchanges and stuff like that, and this will actually won't be news to you guys, but exchanges, the volume of trading in exchanges right now is very, 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 very low. They're not making nearly as much money as they were last year or the year before that because the market is really ground to a halt here. And normally, I did that poll earlier. Have you guys traded at all this week? A little bit, some or a lot. Majority of you guys said you haven't done any trades whatsoever this week. Okay, so there's a lot of people just standing on the sidelines. I think it was like 60 people, 60% or something like that. A lot of people are standing on the sidelines and just waiting for the market to be better. Now, there's two good things about that. The people that are sitting on the sidelines, a lot of them won't get a good bottom price. So when everything really does pick up later on, there'll be some of the people buying up to that'll initially pump up the market. That'll get us back on this bull market. Now, if they buy on the initial pump up out of the bear market going back into a bull market, they're still going to make lots of money, and that's fine, right? That's great. But they're not going to make as much profit as the people that kind of dollar cost average, buying a little bit here, buying a little bit here, and kind of waiting this market out. That's going to be the big goal here going forward. And whatever strategy you guys have for buying down here, stick to it. Or just remember, guys, you guys don't have to put all of your money into crypto at any given time. You normally just want to be buying a little bit here, a little bit there, and so forth, and kind of riding the waves of the market, because we don't know exactly how far Bitcoin's going to go. If you guys go all in at $22,000, like $23,000 right now, and Bitcoin goes down to like 14,000 or even 10,000, something really crazy like that, you would probably be pretty mad that you put all of your money into Bitcoin at this specific price. So to protect yourself from that, you want to spread out your money in a realistic way, so you can buy a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, because the money you save by just waiting this out will make you a lot more money down the road, even if it's not going to be apparent anytime soon, because we're going to be in this bear market for the foreseeable future. Excuse me. Let's see right here. Hey, Dick, been a year of DCAing and nursing wounds. Exactly. Imagine if you didn't dollar cost average, and imagine if you just put all of your money in Bitcoin at like $50,000. You'd be pretty miserable right now, right? And, there's a lot of people that do that every single cycle, but I feel like the majority of people, when they first hop into Bitcoin, it's customary to lose money in their first bear market, right? It's customary to lose money in their first bear market. After that, people usually start to get wise and say, hey, maybe I shouldn't be buying up towards all-time highs on the chart. Maybe I should be buying during the crash periods. And that's why I always kind of talk to you guys about, I don't really have any other Bitcoin charts that are clean, do I? Let me see if I can find one. Here's a monthly chart. Okay. Ooh, what's the best way to do this? Let's just remove drawings. Okay. And normally, let me just move this up here. There, yeah. After a while, people realize, hey, it's best to buy down here. 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 And Bitcoin, for the first time, may even come down below this level here, right? But in the long term thing, the long term, it's best to buy during these big movements down, and eventually make money. Because even the people that bought right here, let me see if I can put this there. Even the people that bought right here in the middle of the crash, they still made about 133% on Bitcoin. They would have made a lot more on altcoins, obviously. But even with people that bought, bought crypto during the COVID crash, just right around here, not at the bottom, just in the middle, they still made about 787%, right? Even the people that bought this crash right here, they still ended up making like 50%, right? Not nearly as much as other ones, but this wasn't a real bear market. This was a little bit of a huge sell-off. And same thing here. Let's assume I wish I had the regression trend lines on this chart, but let's assume we get back up to at least $100,000. Even if you buy right now and we go all the way back down to like 14,000, 13,000, whatever it may be, back when you get to 100,000, you're still walking away with like 350%. But it's more of a you have to make sure you have to have some type of exposure at these levels, and your focus should be majority on the coins that are the most stable, in my opinion, like the ones that have the most utility, like a Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big market cap ones that are trustworthy. And then with your excess money that you want to have a little bit more fun with, then you start looking at low market cap coins that you want to pop in $5, $10, up anywhere up to $200. You just want to plop some money in there, and you just want to wait to see what happens with it. Because those are the YOLOs that can make you a lot of money, and usually they do have really great returns, but they're so risky that you want to be very, very careful, because usually during these bear markets, what bears like to do, and what the larger crypto market likes to do, it likes to weed out as many of these crappy coins as possible. So if we go to page like 101 or something like that, all these. This is not page 101. That's page 1. Oh, it is on page 101. Look at that. 100? Maybe it's broken. There we go. Okay. Where they don't even have market caps, like $829 market cap, right? Nothing really going. Self-reported market cap, yeah. So it's not even self-reported. So a lot of these coins will die off forever and ever, and that's freaking fantastic because all of those resources, all that money will be allocated back in towards Bitcoin and the main coins. So during the next rally, you're going to see a lot of stuff happen. And needless to say, throughout this whole period of time, everybody, there will be new coins coming to the market. There will be new things going on. And if you want to, you could buy some of those coins as well because they're going to have there's no ceiling to how high they can go because they've never actually been through a bull market before. So you guys can be looking for those coins as well here going forward. But, no matter how bad this economy gets or how far Bitcoin goes, this is still a good buying opportunity. Just don't go all in because that's where things get really, really risky. Because again, go back in history one more time. Let's say you thought this was the bottom for whatever reason. You would have your position would have gone down like 40% before you eventually went up like 184%. So you would have been very mad during that period of time. So what I tend to do is buy a little bit here, 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 and so my average is somewhere down here. Okay. And normally that process starts, we start to buy a little bit every single day. Normally it starts, if you're a little bit more, what do you want to call it? If you're a little bit more aggressive on your buying, I would say. Oh, wait, I actually changed something up here, didn't I? We want to do... chart. Is that better? No. Make that yellow line turn into a 100 weekly moving average. It usually starts after we break down below the 100 weekly moving average, going into a bear market with the death crosses and so forth. So now right here, start selling. This was a little bit different because of COVID. Right here, you start selling. Somebody buying bit by bit by bit, all while shorting the market to make more money to actually allocate towards those positions, right? I'm not really using so much of my own money right now to buy these. I'm using the money that I made while trading the breakdowns, whether it be the Head and Shoulders breakdown a few months ago, whether it be the flag breakdown last month, whether it be the pennant breakdown last week. That's really the money I'm allocating to crypto. So I'm making money while shorting to put into the crypto market. And that's a really good way that I like to mitigate some of my exposure to my own capital. Because right now, of course, this is still a very risky asset as it's coming down, 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 down. But eventually, guys, in the long term, it's going to pick back up. Bitcoin's going to be just fine. Ethereum's going to be just fine. They'll have a rocket ship back up there whenever it happens. And then all the money that I've been using to buy down here will be making me much, much, much more money. And that's the goal of how I'm trading this right now. Now, here's the hard part. I did so much stuff. I got to do Control Z a lot because I put so many technicals on here. I don't want to mess up the GAN fans that I did a few hours ago today, or yesterday perhaps. There we go. Perfect. And then, of course, I know there's this big white line. It just happens because of the time frames that I'm using. And again, there's a glitch here with TradingView. I'm not entirely sure what it is. This weekly candle that we're in does not look like this. It doesn't just go from here to here. It doesn't gap up like that. But since we managed to hold this Fibonacci level here, we're looking at a little bit of a bounce. That's nice to see. But if we do manage to break down below it over the next few days or in another breakout, then the next place where we're going to be coming back down to is this massive cluster. We'll find the freaking square here. What is that? There we go, rectangle. It'll be this massive buying zone right there. And that buying zone really goes from $17,868 all the way down to $14,500. For now, that's as far as I think Bitcoin may go in the long term. But, again, if the economy is worse, and I think if Jerome Powell cannot fix this, then maybe we go down below that. But right now, I'm choosing to believe that Jerome Powell can fix this problem as far as the demand side of the economy kind of curving people wanting to buy so much stuff. And then Joe Biden, we really need him to come through for the gas issues as far as building a new refinery, talking to oil executives to get them to pump more oil and give them more permits, even though it's not eco-friendly. And then he needs to go over to Saudi Arabia when he does next month and really get Saudi Arabia to pump more oil here. Because if he leaves Saudi Arabia without a deal, it'll be bad for us as a country, but it'll also be bad for him politically. So hopefully, he'll try to, I don't know what to call it. He'll have more of an incentive to actually try to reach a deal, because I think he realizes how serious this inflation stuff is to his majority in the House and Senate, and then eventually his presidency in 2024 if he decides to run again. Okay, there we go. Here, back to the one. Looks like we got a little bit more choppy though. Coming back down a little bit here. Got rejected off of the Fibonacci extension level. We'll have to see where we can bounce back up. Yeah, we tried to bounce a couple times, and there's the 15-minute chart, the same thing you guys are looking at now. We put the RSI back up there. Sweet. Okay. And hey, Miss K, happy to see you back here. Thanks for becoming a member again. Let's see. Hey, Dollar Doge. I don't think Doge will die. No. I don't think Doge will die at all. I think Doge will survive this. Remember, guys, as bad as everything's been, look at this. Dogecoin is still in the top 10 here. Oh, it's actually 11 now. Polkadot surpassed it. Look at that. But it's still towards the top of the pack. It's still above the DAI, cryptocurrency wrap, Bitcoin, Tron, AVAX, Sheeb, Unis, or whatever, Leo, Litecoin, Matic, FTT, right? At worst, I can see Dogecoin going down this list a little bit, but I don't think it's necessarily going to die. And the good thing about Dogecoin for the next bull market, remember, guys, it's still on Robinhood. It's still on all these exchanges, so there could be another big wave of it next time besides the normal kind of bull market scenario we're looking for. So it could be a good mania, so to speak. And there's already a whole infrastructure built, technically, to pump up Dogecoin, right? And technically, I'm even part of that infrastructure, because now I don't usually tell you guys to go buy Dogecoin like crazy. There are like people like Matt Wallace to do that. However, when people need information about Dogecoin and they want to figure out, hey, if I want to buy Dogecoin, where can I buy it at? I will usually give them a security, say, hey, he thinks with the support right here, maybe I'll buy Dogecoin right there, and then we bounce off it or we break out, something like that. So, I'm already part of that infrastructure, and there's tons and tons of other YouTube channels out there. When the next time Dogecoin goes back up, they're going to feel like, hey, I can make a lot of money off of this Dogecoin stuff if I get a lot of people to watch. And, there's already an infrastructure there to really pump it up, just like there's already an infrastructure right now to pump up Sheeb. And you could see, can you imagine if Dogecoin did what Sheeb did? So while Bitcoin's still consolidating here, guys, here's the monthly chart for Dogecoin. Can you imagine if Dogecoin came all the way back down here to 0.0025? That's what Sheeb did, right? Popped, came all the way back down. Way different stories. Much, much different stories here. So certain coins are holding up better than others. You see Ethereum still holding up pretty well, coming down pretty hard, just like Dogecoin, just like a lot of coins, but not nearly as hard as a lot of the other coins, right? So you have XRP right here. This is going back to the lows that we saw in 2020. A little bit faster, right? A little bit more surprising. STMX, still well above it. Coming down, though, but still above it. Sheeb, we talked about that one. FTM, still well above it. These coins that are doing very well, as long as we don't have any type of head and shoulders plays here on some of these other coins, as long as they do better over this bear market, these are going to be very strong coins that may move up the list on the next bull market, overtaking some of the coins that have really sunken off over the past few months here. Matic, very much above it. Litecoin, not so much, but this is what Litecoin does. This is why nobody really ever trades Litecoin. Litecoin is something you can trade short and long term, kind of, but it's not something you put a whole bunch of money in expecting a whole bunch of returns. This is something we'll look at a simple retracement level. You short, you sell some here, you sell some here, you try to sell some there. You hit some resistance right here, you find some support right here. It follows technicals very well, but in the long term, guys, it's not really the most crazy, lucrative coin out there. And according to Litecoin here, if we were going to have any meaningful breakout on this particular chart, it would be it'd be next spring in 2023 if we were going to have a breakout there. It doesn't mean that in fairness, we'd be going back up before the breakout, and then the breakout would really launch us here, but that's for that specific coin. AXS, still doing wonderful things here. Gala, coming back down. This is a big pumping up. You guys remember this, just like ApeCoin. Link, same type of thing. Link's even lower than before. Bitcoin Cash, back down over here to 2018 levels, excuse me. Crow, coming back down. Crow was pumped up by a huge marketing effort. You guys remember they were marketing everywhere. Mark Wahlberg, whatever that Roman saying, favor favors the bold or something like that. I forget what it was, but something like that. Dot still doing okay. Dot almost looked like a huge double top though. That's what concerns me. Elon still doing a little bit better than everything else, but it hasn't been. It wasn't around in 2020. Engine coin grinding up fine. EOS coming down. So you want to be looking more at coins that are overall going on an upward trajectory. ICP, man, this just looks like a disaster, and I'm not entirely sure how it's going to survive all this. But eventually, I've already taken a small position in this, but I haven't really touched it much at all. The only coins I'm really buying heavily are the coins that I'm just going to forget about them for a while here. You got Mana, same thing. Luna's a little bit different now, of course, as you guys all know. It's been through a process. Sand, Metaverse boom. This is in 2020. Having a nice rally. Not nearly as bad as it was before. I think the Metaverse will be as strong as ever next time around with all the tools and assets they have and all the money they make after money they invest into these corporations here. Sol, still looking okay. Sol's having some issues right now. This is going to be the wild card, of course, so this is kind of too heavy a risk for me personally. But, if they can survive the majority of the bear market and then we're still at a very low level, whatever that is, I might buy some here and they should be fine. I just want to make sure they're not having any more crashes here because those crashes have been used as pure FUD to really drive this price down. XLM, not looking so good right here. I don't know what that gap up was. Sushi, not looking so good here as well. And Lunacy, same as Luna, which is not really too important for us. All right. There we go. Got rejected off of the Fibonacci retracement level. After a double bottom, breaking out above the neckline, we surged. And we just got rejected hard here, guys. Nasty. All right, we can move over here again. Better do that. All right. And probably best do this before I go to you guys' questions very fast. So, okay. There we go. Okay. Should I not missing anything on Twitch? Let's see. And hey, Perez, Ape looks good now. What do you mean by good now? I'm just talking about everything for long term. So yeah, it's bouncing on the Fibonacci level. It can still move up higher. That's fine. But if Bitcoin continues to get bearish, ApeCoin will continue to crash, right? And then you're most likely going to want to be buying this a little bit lower. This could survive the next big boom. It hasn't. I don't know what I wish I had a longer term chart here. But the only reason I'd be buying something like ApeCoin is because I could see future run-ups, because they have a whole social media network kind of built around this, and there's a whole bunch of people like Dogecoin that want to pump this bad boy up, and make NFTs and all the other stuff. Okay, yeah. So it could survive, but not all of these coins that are really dumping like hard, and this one isn't dumping hard. It's kind of had a nice little boom overall. They're gonna have to figure out a way to use social media to really survive the next bear market and keep on pushing prices up and up and up, which they could do because they have a whole huge social media following. Excuse me, guys. But not everybody has that tool at their disposal. There you go. But short term, sure, yeah. Short term, it looks like a lot of stuff wants to pop up here. The one. There we go. And ride that wave down here. And hey, Michael Lewis, this guy's crazy. Leaving this guy, Bitcoin is king, goal on Bitcoin. Alts now at least. Not now at least. Bitcoin, no one cares about interest rates, all on Bitcoin. Interest rates are important, my man. They're important for the economy. I know people don't like to learn all the techno stuff and stuff like that, but guys, there's a reason why everybody's freaking out about interest rates. It's because we want to slow the economy, and that will have an effect on the future potential recession, so to speak, right? That's the problem here. And hey, Avatar, imagine going back to the 2008 levels. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh my gosh, I do think there will have to be a reinvention of how we value certain stocks though in the market. I think sometimes there's been so much money flowing around because the Federal Reserve has been buying everything up. Instead of a stock maybe having a 10 to 20x multiple, you're trading 20 times its earnings, 15 times its earnings, whatever, maybe. It's been going higher and higher and higher, which has been absolutely insane. because there's only so many good stocks to buy, and people want to keep on. I'll buy that more. I'll buy more of that, and that's why the price keeps going up and up and up. And now that there's not as much money out there to be buying everything up because the Fed is going to be selling some stuff off, not going to be injecting so much liquidity into the markets. There's a reset going on as far as what our stocks really worth at this point in time. And then once we figure out that worth, then all of a sudden we're going to do the same thing we did before, and we'll just say, hey, we're going to trade more. But at least for now, what'll help guide us back up is good earnings reports in Q3. Hopefully, because Biden fixed the gas prices by going over to Saudi Arabia and or dealing with executives over here in America, or and in tandem with Jerome Powell raising interest rates enough to slow down the demand side of the United States, and that could help us out a little bit as well. And then we also need the rest of the countries around the world to do that too. But at least America, our economy is pretty, as long as America and China are okay, I think the rest of the world would be okay. Not great, but at least okay here. Let's see. And here are W. What about Bitcoin? I'm getting some of my Bitcoin back. I'm still in it. It depends. If you're a long trader, then you don't have a stop loss. If you don't want to hold it, you want to have a stop loss on it, right? So those are the two choices. If you're going long, you're either not, or if you're swing trading, you want to have a stop loss on it. If you are, if you're long on it, you're not going to have a stop loss. You're just going to wait for this entire cycle to repeat itself. So that's how I look at it. If you don't like it, though, you could always sell it and move that money over to another coin, whether it be a Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that, something more stable. Those ones aren't going to be going down nearly as much as some of these other altcoins here. So those might be your options right there if you don't have a stop loss. I don't know if you're swing trading or long-term trading. It goes long-term means you just hold it for a while. Swing trading is, a lot different, of course. Let's see. And hey, Elvis, happy to see you back, my man, as well. And Hiko before COVID, the illusion of what did you say? The illusion of I don't even know what that is. Sorry, I can't pronounce that that word, but I get what you're saying. And what's right here? Hey Rebecca, look at the Yahoo interview with Charles Schwab represented last December on December 21. You will feel better. Oh, I'll have to watch that later on then. I like watching a whole bunch of random interviews. That's why I like watching CNBC and Fox Business. And hey Hota, happy to see you back, my man. See. And hey, Mike, only 8% down on Dogecoin now, feeling great. Hopefully to be rescued soon. Yeah, most likely, guys, the market will be going down more. So if you have an opportunity, if you want to sell what you have now for a profit or whatever, if you bought a couple days ago or if you bought a little bit earlier and you get back up to that level, feel free to do what you guys want as far as selling off those assets and stuff like that. As long as you guys have a plan, you guys should be okay. Use stop losses, of course, like always. See. And hey, Crypto Elvis, I got my long since Bitcoin 21,200. Don't know if I'll stop it. Possible go to 21,600 and we will see. Oh, yeah, you're still above it a little bit. I get my long since, yeah, 21,200. It's up at 22,500 now, so you should be up on that long right now. It depends on when you want to sell it, though, because you might have brought on the first breakout here. And so far, for the first breakout, we've been chugging up pretty well. We're just waiting to see if we can have a little bit of a stronger move here. Because all I see right now is we tried to keep above this Fibonacci level, but we got rejected back down, and now we're heading back to this Fibonacci level. That's not Fibonacci level. Fibonacci extension level right here at 22,387. We'll see if we have an opportunity to bounce above that, or if we're going to be able to break back down this level, which would be pretty rough then, because that means people are going to be losing faith in this for all these consolidations that we see. People aren't going to be willing to keep on moving these trend lines up more and more and more. It seems like we're already hitting some levels of resistance, and we're not even doing well with them. So we might just have to wait for the market to open up tomorrow. Because so far, guys, there we go. Refresh the page. Yeah, why is this taking so long these days? Okay, well there you go. Dow futures up 200, S&P up 28, and Nasdaq up 105. The futures up a little bit here as well as oil. I'm actually surprised oil went back up because oil was down, guys. If you guys remember, about a couple percent. We're just doing a little bit of a breather. It looks like we may keep on going down here. Hopefully that'd be nice to see. All right, there we go. Oh, and hey, Michael. Snap. Bear with me, guys. I unplugged my monitor here. Hmm. How would I do this? Give me a second. Okay, I see my face over there. You guys still see everything over there. Okay, give me a second. Need you move. Switch. All right, I'm back. It's a simple fix. It's just my computer has those little holes in the back, so I gotta swivel some stuff in there. Okay, mic is still working. Everything's still working. Making sure. I've never actually had that happen before. It's because Loki was over here early and he messed up my wires. Normally, all of my wires kind of run through this little cloth tube thing, but Loki chewed one of them up, so I had to put him in his kennel. Yeah, there you go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Make sure right here. And hey, Eric. Okay, so everybody believes we're going to drop again. That seems to be the prevailing wind right here. We're going to have to wait for a level of consolidation. Then we're going to have to wait to see if we break down below it. But right now, it seems like everybody still believes we have a little bit more to go. And part of that has to do with the economy is still not good yet. And the stock market just entered a bear market, which means technically we should be coming down more over the next few months. That's really the concern here. If we're lucky, we may find a way to consolidate for another month before dropping down again. But at this point in time, it seems like shorts are really aggressive here. But we still have an opportunity to, at least try to consolidate. The last few consolidations seem to be getting shorter and shorter. That's the issue here. Probably not this chart would be better to use. Actually, let's just use this one right here. Ignore the colorful lines. Oops, not that one. Arrow. So depending on how you want to do these trend lines and whatnot here, there you go. So we had a breakdown here, but that consolidation lasted for about 24 days, breaking down below the Ganfan level as well. This consolidation kind of lasted for about 103 days. This one lasted for about 32 days. And then so far this year, they keep on getting smaller. So we're going to have to wait to see how long we consolidate before we eventually take the next move down. And we also have a lot of resistance levels above us. First one being this one right here, this Ganfan level. You can see it stopped us 2 days ago. That level of resistance is 23,367. We can go back over here very fast. We also have another level of resistance right above us as well right here, which is at 24,357. And then we also have stuff like these Fibonacci levels and stuff like that. But the best way to look at that one might be... my bad. Oh, man, the weekly chart is so messed up. 24,000 up here, and then if we break above that, maybe up to $26,000. But I'm pretty sure this will be a pretty sturdy level of resistance here for us, unless we were to completely break down right there. Right, and right now, 15. We're still not able to close above the Fibonacci level. I don't know what the difference is between these fib levels here. Which one is it? So if I add this one right here. 2018 lows. Okay. Are these 2018 lows? Yes, they are, but they're not matching up. Huh. Oh, maybe that's it. That makes more sense. So let me get rid of the Fibonacci extension levels right here. Wait, why did they get rid of the other ones? Okay, better put this back up here before it messes up. Log. Oh, is that what happened? Okay. Sorry, I just actually turned the log button off. So let me get rid of the Fibonacci extension levels because we just got, well, it's still valid. We just got rejected off of this Fibonacci extension level. But the reason we broke above this Fibonacci level right here and not the other one is this is a Bitcoin to Tether chart. This the other chart that we were looking at that's more accurate as far as that resistance level is a Bitcoin to USD chart. Slightly different, but they do have important, there are important things there. But okay, that's one of the reasons. But we have the Fibonacci extension level here. It kind of gives us the same exact point, if you will. Let me go back over here to the 1 minute chart. There we go. All right. Had a lot of a wild day here, guys, during the Fed meeting, though. That was a big surge, or a big surge for what we see today. See. And hey, Jimbo, my shark friends look pretty promising for another up at this point, short term. Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking for this little bit of a pop, especially since you see the futures market doing okay. Normally, it's been kind of getting a little more choppy here, as we know. But normally, Bitcoin does follow the stock market here, so we might be looking at some good days for the next 1 or 2 days. Maybe the weekend we may turn a little bit more sour. We have to wait for that consolidation, though. And hey, Dick, what is the flow on Doge? I do not know the flow right now, actually, on Dogecoin. Uh, and hey, Michael Lewis, Bears lost. Use the tops and bottoms. Bottom soiled. Jeez. Uh, and hey, Doge, safer than Luna. Anything is safer than Luna right now, except for maybe Celsius. Celsius is going to be a freaking nightmare because they Celsius lure it up here. We can look at some other stuff too on Twitter very fast. Actually, better just type in Celsius, right? Celsius. My phone pinged. Oh, my phone's all the way in my phone's in my couch charger. Um, oh, there you go. So, YouTuber Ben Armstrong, BitBoy, has announced a class action lawsuit against Celsius and its CEO. So things are going to get heavy here. What do you call? Because yeah, it's just getting worse here. So let's go over here. Wait, what? Crypto Trump slams Celsius network. Is this real? I really can't tell. I'm not going to even try to go into that. It might be too political. But they haven't updated us, excuse me, guys, since yesterday. I'm running on fumes here. A lot of long days. They have paused all withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between accounts. We talked about this a few days ago. They're getting sued finally, and I'm really excited to see how this all plays out. This will be big news, and I'm hoping they win. I don't think any crypto platform, anything like that, any exchange should be able to not let you trade. And the fact that so many people lost money because they were not able to refund their accounts to how do you want to say to stop their positions from liquidating in this current crash, that's atrocious. Again, after this is all said and done, Celsius, I'd be surprised if people actually keep their money there. Me being me, I would never go near anywhere near that company, or if the company dissolved and those people found jobs in other companies, I would avoid them as well. And I know that many exchanges, the big ones, would not even think about hiring them because they're poisoning. As soon as Twitter or social media gets a hold of, like, hey, the old CEO is working for Binance, or they're not. He wouldn't go there. But that type of thing, it would ruin their network as well because people would have a lot of FUD towards them, and this wouldn't be perceived the same way. But again, and this is 10 hours ago. Man, I missed a whole bunch by doing all this streaming today. But yeah, I'm curious to see how all of this will play out going forward with all the drama, you might say, around this. Let's see. Oh, and here's Joshua saying, if you have under 10,000, if you have under 10 to 25,000 with Celsius Network or any other crypto exchange that has frozen your funds, here's a step-by-step guide on how to get your money back ahead of everyone else using the law. So there we go. So small claims lawsuits, they're very, very cheap depending on your state. So there you go. Okay, so basically it's saying you're going to be a small thorn that they don't want to deal about, so they're just going to bribe you off by giving you money and letting it go. So it'll be interesting, guys. It's going to be very, very fun to see how this all this plays out. But I think Celsius is next on the chopping block if they can't hurry up and give everybody their money back and when everybody panics and withdraws all the money, is whatever they have left in the Celsius exchange, they have to be able to not have another lockdown or whatever you want to call it if they're running out of funds to transfer out of their accounts. So it'll just be a freaking nightmare in the short term for anybody on that account. But you guys now know better. Never, never, never go anywhere near Celsius ever again. Now, I don't think any of you guys have. But if you guys have, now you know, stay as far away from it as humanly possible because you will pay the price if you get into that one. Let's see. And hey, Michael, when was the last time Bitcoin hit $19,000? I think it was in 2020 during COVID. That was the last year that we actually ran into the $19,000 range. Probably towards the end of 2020, leading into that December, kind of before we had the January run up and stuff like that. The crypto Bernie Madoff. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's yeah. Oh gosh. Um, And hey, Zach, the sad part is some people will still pile back in, just like those who bought Luna 2.0. So ridiculous, guys. It's sad, but it's not. Sorry, dog fur. It's not going to be a priority. There is a such thing as Darwinism in this current market, right? You either are making money or you're not, and if you have a clear reason to never touch that particular coin again, and you still fall for it, well, guess what? It really is your fault, and you deserve to lose that money because you did not lose. You did not, learn your lesson, so to speak, and it'll bite you in the butt time and time again. There's no escaping it, because frankly, guys, when you learn how to trade, normally this is the cycle. This is the cycle that I went through. Okay. You start getting interested in trading because you see something going on in the world, something that really hypes you up about it. Maybe it's a penny stock, which I started off with because, I started trading like 5-7 years ago is when I started learning how to trade, like 7 years ago. Much different environment in the market than it is now, right? So you start off, you're happy, you make a few bucks here and there, and then you start getting more cocky, and then you start losing a bunch of money, and then you keep on compounding those losses over and over and over again until you hit some type of wall. Right, this is what normally happens. You hit a wall, and you're like, "Wow, I'm tired of losing money." Now you either quit, or you say, "I need to practice this more. What can I do to get better at trading because I really want to make the money?" Right. So already there, most people quit just in that part. Right. But most people just stay in the cycle. They're losing money, losing money, losing money, losing money. That's also true. Once you start focusing on, "Hey, I want to fix this problem. I want to figure out how to make money," here's what you do. You will start reading books on the topic. They'll be very dry. You may get very bored, but you start to learn some really important facts about what the heck is a stock, what the heck is now is a cryptocurrency. What is technical analysis? How do you set up your charts? How do you, how do you view certain things in the market? What is news? What is earnings? I did more on the stock side personally myself at first, because crypto came way later in my experience. But you start learning all these things, okay? Then after that, what you do is, since you know you're going to lose money if you go back to trading, you open up a paper trading account. So if you are on TD Ameritrade, as soon as you open up the desktop application for Thinkorswim, it'll have a live trading tab and it'll have a paper trading tab. You just simply go over to the paper trading tab, log in with your normal information, and you trade like you normally would, but using all the information you've gained so far, all right? And then once you do that, you will start to notice a pattern of what you're good at and what you're bad at. That's one of the reasons I added that trading journal to the down below for you guys, so you guys can have it for free. Excuse me. And so once you start getting data to see what you're good at and what you're bad at, and maybe you're just bad at everything, which happens a lot at first, right? Once you start to figure that out, you start improving. And you start to figure out what you're doing wrong, and that could be by going to Discord groups, asking your friends who may be traders, rarely, looking at YouTube videos, kind of learning some more stuff there. And then you start trading more and more and more, and then eventually you start getting percentages of, hey, I'm 50% profitable on this, I'm 60% profitable on this, I'm 20% profitable on this, whatever it may be. Then, once you become 70 to 80% profitable on a specific pattern, on a specific stock, whether it's Microsoft, Netflix, whatever it may be, then you have earned the right to actually put capital into that position and do the trading yourself. And that mitigates all the losses that you would have suffered trying to learn that lesson, right? You're still going to make losses. We all lose money in the market in the beginning. It's just a cycle. But once you do that, you say, okay, well, I made money here, And then you fall into another trap, which is saying, wow, if I'm good at trading this stock on this pattern, maybe I'm going to be good at trading this stock on this pattern. And then you fall into another trap like, oh, I'm starting to lose money again. Then you're smart enough at that point to figure it out. Oh, I made a mistake. Let's just go back to what I know. And then you keep on trading that one stock or 5 stocks, whatever. Normally you look at 10 to 20 stocks and you trade only those 10 to 20 stocks. That's how you become pretty consistent, because you understand how those stocks work out. You understand their earnings reports. You have a history with them. You have a whole news network and everything kind of built around information around those stocks, okay? Now, over time, you're going to be making a little bit of money, just a small amount of money taking profits with just trading stocks, because normally you guys aren't going to be moving over to options just fast. Options is what really blows up the earnings for you guys. I only trade options for the most part now, unless I'm buying like multi-monthly. Like right now I'm only in oil stocks. I've been holding them for like the past few months, going up, right? But once you do that, then you start becoming okay. Like, hey, now I'm 80% profitable trading flags on Apple. Let me start doing more of these. And again, it's going to take time because there's not a flag on Apple every single day, but be more confident, more comfortable until you get to the point where you're trading more, or you go down flags, pennants, head and shoulders, I don't even know what else, cup and handles, whatever it may be. You get good at trading all that stuff, and so you allow yourself to have more opportunities to make consistent profits in the market. But most people don't want to take that step because it's just so long. It took me 2 years to learn how to trade, and that was with no help from anybody else, just me reading books, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to get these books, but literally, these are the books that I read, and I read a lot more books about like long-term investing and stuff like that. It was pretty brutal. I used to travel a lot for work and going across the country. And so what I used to do is I used to just buy a trading book and just read it. Or when I was on the train ride to work every day, I would open up my laptop and learn how to trade, read some, look at the markets, look at the charts and do some technical analysis, just do some paper trades and see how they ended up going throughout the rest of the day. But here, like stuff like this. Even these really simple books that you think are really like not going to help you out as much. And I'm sorry, guys, my Wi-Fi has just been freaking crud here. Not even the Wi-Fi; it's specifically my Ethernet cord. I don't know why, but stock investing for dummies, stuff like this, it works and it's cheap, so you don't have to pay as much money for it. I probably spend about $300 on books, every couple months, just kind of looking at as much information as I can before it became so redundant. But that's kind of the process you guys have to go through, and most people are still stuck in that process of, I'm losing money, I'm losing money, I'm losing money, I'm losing money. It's just where most people want to go, because if you're not trading with money to make money, of course, well then how are you ever going to make money, right? So the logic doesn't fit for many people, and I understand that because I myself fell into that trap a long time ago. And maybe maybe I'll try to help you out that way too. I know a lot of you guys always send me emails asking if I can tutor you guys for like an hour or two and create like a trading plan for you. Maybe I'll try to do that, but I don't have many hours in the day to do something like that. But I know enough of you guys have been asking me for to pay for my time, so maybe I'll do that. I haven't wanted to do it in the past, but I don't know how much help I can be totally in YouTube if I can't help the people that, won't take the time to do all the nitty-gritty work. Because when you're doing the nitty-gritty work, you're not really making money, but you're not losing money. You're pretty much investing time, and who likes to invest time? It really sucks. But I'll have to see how it goes further. I am still building out a website. Maybe I can just have that as part of a website, do a little call thing. I'll have to figure that out. I'd allow you guys to pay me in crypto, though. That'd be kind of fun. But I still have to wait if I actually have time for that, especially since the summer's coming out. Let's see. Well, Coinbase Pro relists Luna. I don't know. If I was Coinbase, I probably would not be doing that. Having Luna right now just says you want money and you don't really care about the your customers losing money, right? So if Coinbase were to put Luna back on their their Pro exchange, there's a good chance that people might buy into it at first, but in the long run they would lose money. That means less capital to be injected into the market, so that less fees for them to be trading off of, right? Coinbase wants to see everybody succeed. They really, really do. Every exchange wants all of the traders to succeed because that means they keep on trading and keep on making more and more money. But during these bear markets, most people are wired to go long and not short. So they eventually lose money, over and over again. Oh, excuse me, man. Let's see. And hey, Michael, love you, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, 2020, but man, 19,009 is still so hard to break. Yeah, remember, guys, we have those Ganfan levels. Oops, not the right Ganfan level. Right here. Look at this. We talked about this a few days ago. Look at that. Look at that. Right. We broke down slightly below the 4-to-1 Ganfan level, and we just found support kind of between the 4-to-1 and the 3-to-1 Ganfan levels here. But we held on to it. The next big level we have to break down below is going to be this. And if we do, then we start falling into this level where we have a low of like 13,280 and a high of like 20,000 basically. It'll be fun to watch, guys. It'll be fun. Scary, bad for some people, but fun overall if you guys like to enjoy the technicals of the market. And hey, Joe Bob, invest your time into research your coin. Yeah, that's definitely going to be helpful during this bear market for sure. And hey, Michael, I'm in that cocky phase at the moment. Guys, I hope when I explain that you guys realize where you guys are on that kind of timeline here. Don't worry about it. We've all been there. Again, I know about, I want to say like 30 full-time traders. Most are kind of stay-at-home people like myself, but I know a few on Wall Street. I know a few that work for Wall Street but work at home in places around the country, like managing accounts for Schwab and stuff like that. But we all lost money before we made money. The trick nowadays that I'm really trying to teach you guys how to do is how to lose less money while you learn. Because frankly, usually before you find me, you guys will be losing money. Or after you find me too, you may still be losing money. Because not everybody listens to my rules. And that's why I'm working on that longer tutorial to kind of help you guys out here. But even in that tutorial, I'm teaching you guys how to trade. I'm not teaching you the entire cycle of becoming, you start off bad. The little spiel I gave you, I don't go into detail like that, or even more. There's more details that you go through than that process. I don't even talk about that in the tutorial. I just teach you guys how to when to buy and when to sell, and how to know when to buy and when to sell. That way, it kind of helps you a little bit more. But I'll figure it out. I know a lot of you guys keep on asking me. You guys send me freaking really sad stories, which always gets it always gets underneath my skin because I'm like, oh man, I really want to help this person out, but I don't have time, right? I get a lot of like sobby stories. They're like, hey, can you please help me? I need some money to do this and whatever, stuff like that. It's always hard. What are you doing? My dog brought me my slipper. Oh, okay, you eat my slipper then. He's already eaten it for the past year or so. And hey, Derek, I agree to trade the stock market, but I love charts and understanding what you crypto guys think. Yeah, stock market is way easier than crypto market. There's more money to be made in the crypto market, though, if for newer traders, which is always kind of difficult. But most new traders in a bear market are not going to be making money in crypto. But the stock market is usually a really good spot to be investing in. But maybe not right now, of course. But for those people that kind of stay here for a while, I know 4 of you guys in the last year that have gone full-time trading since we met back during the Dogecoin boom. Only 4 that are full-time traders. There might be more, but I don't really maybe I don't talk to them as much, or there's a lot of people that just watch the channel to hear my thoughts and not really engage in the comments, and I've emailed and talked to them before. That's fine. A lot of them message me on Discord and say, hey, buddy, hello. Yeah. But yeah, so going forward, I'll try to figure something out. I'm going to be building out a website here pretty soon, or finishing up the website, and it's not going to be really fancy because I don't know how to code. It's just going to be on either Wix or the other one, Square. And what I'll probably do is just have some mini lessons in there or something like that, or maybe some tools that I can sell. I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure it out. But I do want to have a website for you guys to learn more stuff. And I'll see how that works out in the future. I'm thinking if I make a lot of money during the next altcoin season, I want to invest because normally I only reinvest the money I make off of YouTube back into the YouTube channel. I want to see if I can invest in. I want to pay somebody to make a really large website for me. I'm just not entirely sure how much it costs to make a website. From what I've heard, it's very, very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. That's right here. And hey, Derek, most people trade the price and candle fluctuations, though they don't let the patterns trade out. Yeah, well, remember, guys, most people don't know what patterns are, and when they don't, the emotions take over from the breakout time to We technically broken out. We haven't broken back down yet, but we broke out here as well. Remember, guys, from here to here, we had a little bit of a bumpy ride. And so far, if you bought on the real breakout, that was right here, or the first team, not real, but the first breakout here, you would still be up. And then you kind of kick yourself in the butt after buying this break. You're like, oh man, it really did work out. Then you try to chase it, then maybe it doesn't work out. Then you panic. It happens, guys. It's just part of the cycle here. All right. What else is going on here? Hey, Eric, Shiba is the lowest price of the market. Shiba, long-term Shiba crypto. Careful of buying, like putting too much money behind all these other coins here. Shiba is okay for long-term bet, but it probably wouldn't be something you want to be injecting a lot of money into. It probably won't. It'll probably like maybe go up again, but you got to be careful with stuff like that because it just shows you how fast that thing can fall. That coin has fallen down so much more than a lot of other coins over the past few months, and it's already back down to the pre-pop lows, which is kind of a scary thing to kind of think about. It's right here. And hey, Indian Kitchen, what about shorts, bro, on Bitcoin? There's no reason to short for me until we have a breakdown. Here, let me bear with me a second here, guys. Open up this. I want to open up an image, add source. Probably just better to add a new source instead, right? Let me open up this, browse, and let me go over here to patterns and this and open. All right, and then let me do done, and let me do transform fit to screen. Okay, well that should work. I pretty much only trade these patterns. Okay, everybody? I prefer to only trade these types of moves. Now, you could add candlestick patterns to this stuff as well, but for the majority of the time, guys, I like to trade breakouts and breakdowns. Nice and easy, nothing too complicated there, okay? Let me go back over here very fast. Let me turn that off. I have this other camera up just in case I ever wanted to talk to you guys, but I rarely ever need to do this because we're normally looking at charts and stuff like that. Loki, what's the matter? You don't get to go upstairs. You don't get to go upstairs. What's right here? What's right here? And hey, Monica, there's much more going on here to keep up with the situation in Mexico. U.S. government wants to help Mexico start delivering oil faster. Oh, that'd be nice. The problem with, like, again, even if we get a lot of oil pumping, that'll help out the oil prices. It won't help out gas prices just yet because we don't have, how do I want to say this? We don't have enough refineries to turn that oil into gas for ships, planes, cars, etc. Right? We just don't have the capacity to turn all of that oil into gas fast enough. So right now we have a bottleneck in the refinery sector. We have to figure out a way to open that up. And right now, the only thing I can see that would help that is either less people use gas, which doesn't seem likely as summer's starting off, the big driving season, etc. Or we build one or two refineries as fast as we can, and then we start refining because they're really expensive to maintain, of course, because they're all the regulations. We got to keep them maintained, keep them going, and then use that to kind of open up the bottleneck just enough where everything can start flying through, oil starts going through, and we're turning oil into gas, so to speak, and maybe airline prices will go back down a little bit. Gas prices will go down really fast because that'll be the priority here, and so forth. So that's what we're hoping for. And of course, guys, we're still exporting oil ourselves, but I don't think right now oil is going to be the biggest problem we face. It's really going to be the refineries. For some reason, the news hasn't been talking about refineries. They're only talking about oil, as if that's like the only thing we need to worry about. Refineries are a huge problem. I mean, like if you look up articles online, they talk about them, but if most people don't read for news. They tend to look at MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, whatever else is out there. I don't even know. I don't watch the news too much as far as like cable politics news. But if you're just talking like refinery, well, I didn't mean to do gas, but news. New York Times. Biden slaps oil companies for profiting at the pump. This is going to be skewed more liberal. I understand that, but just bear with me. I saw refinery, but I wanted to see. See, He demanded that they explain the decision to limit refining capacity and announced that his administration would hold an emergency meeting to discuss ways of stemming the crisis. They're not doing that. They're not. I don't even know how I want to describe it. They're not turning off their refineries, or like they're not slowing down their refinery speed. They have to go with what the government regulations say because, again, we're kind of like a climate change crisis, if you will, depending on, if you guys believe in climate change. I believe, but whatever. We're trying to balance some stuff out, and they still have regulations to follow. If the president were to lift those regulations, it might hurt the environment a little bit more, but there would be much more oil flowing through, and of course there has to be more workers that are trained properly to do those jobs. So I wish everything was simple in this world, but everything tends to be a nasty gray color with oil sludge coming out of it. Oh, man. Coinbase is loaning the stock anyway. There we go. Let's see. And hey, Burke, just mass text buy, sell for a service. I turn up. I don't like doing stuff like that. Mostly because I'm not somebody that's always looking around on my computers at my charts. When I'm on my desk and I'm working, I'm working. When I'm not working, I am doing something completely fun with and blowing my money, doing something I enjoy. This could be traveling somewhere. Haven't done that really since COVID, but outside with Loki, going on a road trip to Mount Rainier, going to the beach, going to hang out with some friends, whatever it may be. That's what I tend to be doing out there when I'm not looking at my charts. So if I did that, you would only get calls at the same time I'm like working for maybe like between like a 4 or 5 hour period of the day. The rest of it is me just having fun, and that includes like weekends where it's my days off. You guys want to get any alerts while crypto's going 24/7. That's why the only way I would do it is if I had some type of like paid student program where I do lessons for people, or like one-on-one consultations, like explaining how the market works to them, and maybe give them some type of like little base thing. I don't even know what it would be. Guide of how to start trading with some profits. But you gotta. I value my time too much to worry about the market 24/7. That's the beauty of going full time. You don't actually have to trade all the time. Most traders only work for like a couple hours a day and we're done. I normally do options and I'm done usually trading after usually 3. If I'm waiting for a setup, now it's a little bit more hard because you have to wait for that setup because sometimes the market just goes down and down and down. But normally people aren't going to be looking at the charts that much. I know people have it, but usually when I've seen those services, because I set up one a long time ago, when I was first on the trade, I lost money on it because all it did was there was some type of penny stock program or something like that, and by the time the text went out, the stock had already jumped, and in some cases the coin already jumps. I've seen some on Discord, and you're already chasing the coin at that point, which means the way a lot of people do it when they have text alerts, they've already bought the coin. They're alerting you to the fact that that to buy it, and then they're the ones dumping on you after you buy it and push the price up even higher. So that's the problem you see happen quite a bit. Let's see. And hey, foam, what do? I had Luna on that platform and I wasn't able to transfer to a different exchange because I had the balance pending for deposits. It all just disappeared. What platform are you talking about? If you have it on Celsius, you're not going to be able to access it until they let you, unless you want to do a lawsuit against them, right? So it's going to be tricky to get your money out of Celsius unless you do a small claims court lawsuit, according to some guy on Twitter, which seemed to be pretty reasonable. And hey, Michael, I'm 53 years old. I think thinking about my family, wife, kids, grandkids. Here it is, 64K not long ago. History now down. Buy it now. Yeah, in the long term, guys, this is going to make you a lot of money, right? But again, what's the term I keep on saying? Oop, I messed up a little tab here. It's going to suck for a while, then it's going to be okay. The bigger priorities are to learn how to trade during this market cycle. So when we actually get back into the bull market, you guys will easily be able to make money in either the option, stock, or crypto markets. It'll be pretty simple at that point. Bull markets are very, very easy to trade, but eventually things get a little bit rougher, a little bit tougher. And in the bear markets, that's where it kind of people get weeded out, so to speak. And that's because people don't like to usually short, right? Most of you guys probably did when you guys your first trade was probably to buy a stock, not sell the stock, right? So most people are kind of geared towards that thought process. My phone's blowing up over there. Who's trying to message me? I'll message them later on. It doesn't matter. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't realize there was all this spam here. Tinder is overpriced. Oh, bots. Oh, bots. And hey, Juno Brandon. Yeah, I still think Dogecoin can go down to 4 cents here if Bitcoin takes another leg down. If Bitcoin went down to like 14,000, something like that, 15,000, and it lost like another 25% of its value here, technically, right? 25% of its value. Then yeah, I could see Dogecoin going from 5 cents to 4 cents. Yeah. Jesus, how many spam messages do they send out here? Oh, and hey, Monica, thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate the super chat. I really did. I'm sorry I missed the super chat after all the spieling I've been doing. Thank you very, very much, Monica. I really do appreciate that. It's right here. And also, Monica, thank you for becoming a member. If you guys didn't know, members get any question they want answered, just in case you guys wanted to become a member sometime over the next week or something. I don't know. I got to make sure I give the little spiel here every now and again because all the money goes back to the channel. And hey, Catalyst, you have to trade your ego beforehand. Your ego? Loki. Loki? My dog's chewing something he's not supposed to be. What are you... Oh, are you just chewing my slipper? Okay. Let me see this. Hey. Yeah, you can see that? See the slipper? Yeah, it's shredded. So much for Nike, right? All right, there you go. Okay. And thank you for subscribing, Pro Level. I appreciate that. Make sure I didn't miss the what we call. And hey, BDK. Hey, Mac. I'm happy with my latest trades. Thank you for your crypto analysis as always. Hey, I'm glad you made some money. I'm glad you made some good money here. And I know there's some members here watching today. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing one crypto video, but then the rest of the day that I'm going to be working on YouTube stuff, I am going to be doing some update videos on the technical analysis on some of the stocks we've been talking about. That way you can see if there's any options plays out there. Right now, there's not many besides a potential bounce here. But what I'm going to be more excited about, I think, is not trading that bounce. It's going to be buying the puts that when we break down below those levels of support once we consolidate for a few more days here. So for those of you guys that are looking forward to that. Catalyst, there we go. How to trade your ego beforehand? Do you mean you have to like play with your ego or like tackle your ego kind of before you become a good trader? Yeah, you have to realize you suck at trading before you can actually give up and say, hey, I need to practice. Most people don't like to do that. I feel like, I don't know, I'm a very sensitive person, or at least I was when I first started. And so I was like, no, it's not me, it's the market. It's not me, it's the market, right? Just like when I first started YouTube last year and I didn't get many views in my videos or many streams, I was like, it's the algorithm's fault. It's not my fault for making really crappy content. It's the algorithm's fault, right? No, it's my fault for making crappy content. Now I can flat out say that, whereas before I was like, no, it's not me, it's the algorithm. It's me. Right? And I'm working even now. My videos don't get many views because I'm still learning how to do this. I'm not that much of a YouTuber type of guy. I'm a guy that knows technical analysis, talking about it, and that's why I succeed on streaming, which is a lot easier, right? But as far as making a 5-minute video that you guys will be engaged from beginning to end, I'm not Mr. Beast. I hope to have that quality of editing in the future. That's why I'm practicing it this weekend, but I'm nowhere near that level, and I will not be at that level for years. However, I do hope eventually to get up to like 1,000 views per video, and then from there, I can get better and better and better. I just need to figure out what you guys want from a good video, and that's very hard for me to do because my audience involves options traders, stock traders, and crypto traders, right? Usually, sometimes I like to have one thing, but most times they kind of stick to their one little niche, so to speak, right? And the viewers come in massive waves during crazy market volatility moments. So I'm working on that, all that type of stuff as good as I can. But that's why, I told you guys I wasn't going to have this trading journal for much longer. I'll probably keep it here for the end of the month or maybe the next week or something like that. But guys, remember, I give this free trading journal to you guys. I'll probably have it in a course or something. Not a course, but for those people that want to do like the paid, I got to figure out how to do this though, because I've had like, the reason I'm saying this now is I had like my 50th email and I have them all kind of saved up. Of somebody offering to pay me for like a 1 hour lesson. I'm thinking of doing it just now because I don't know if I have free time, but I'll figure it out. But while this is free, guys, what this trading journal does, you can change it to whatever name you want to. All you gotta do to save it is just go to File and make a copy. But basically, you will use this specifically for options, crypto, or stock market. You're going to have this only for swing trading in stocks, only for crypto trading, swing trading, only for day trading, crypto, whatever. Like, for instance, I'll change the name back in here in a second, but you would say crypto day trading, okay? You're going to have one of these trading journals for crypto swing trading and crypto long trading, all right? You're going to also have one for, if you want to do options day, swing, and long-term trading. All again. There you go. You're also going to have one for stocks, day, swing, and long-term trading, okay? If you hear heavy breathing, it's not me, it's my dog, I promise. And then what you do is you do the buy date, sell date, ticker. You don't have to worry about the investment type. You're going to do number of shares or, or coins, whatever it may be. Usually going to do leverage, price target, opening price, stop loss, closing price, profit loss. So let's just say ticker. I do Apple. Ignore me for now as far as this. Like let's say I have 500 shares. Leverage is 5. Price target is 125. Opening price is 100. And let's say I had a stop loss at 90 and I had a closing price at 110. Right. And then once that does, you'll see that I had a profit of about $25,000 with total profit $25,000, net profit of $21,250. Okay, let me zoom in here a little bit more. Actually, you don't have to worry about it. And you'll see that right now. Let me make this be none and none here. I would have this set to, hey, the breakout that I traded was a symmetrical triangle bullish, or let's just say it was something more realistic like a double bottom. Okay. Trade the double bottom. Now, when I go over to my pivot table after I have like days and days, like a month's worth of data here, I'll go over to the pivot table, and what it'll show me here is which patterns am I successful at, and which patterns do I suck at. All right. And then with that data, you'll know where you could actually feel more confident about putting your own money in these investments, and then you'll know where you might want to be stick to paper trading and where, frankly, you suck at trading. All right. Now, some people, even with this data, refuse to believe they're the problem and they're at fault. I can't help you if the data is saying you suck at something and you're not listening to it. Okay. But that's how you use this. Okay. So I saw somebody just kind of save this. So to kind of help them out, I'm going to take this back out here and do back a none. Probably go back to zeros, I guess, here. Closing price 0. Stop loss 0. Opening price 0. Price target 0. Leverage 0. Here 0. Scroll this back over here. It also does work a lot better. Oops, I probably should just delete it, shouldn't I? Yeah. It'll work a lot better if you guys have a wider monitor, but you guys should see everything in here as well. I have like a wide monitor over here and just a more traditional. It's a big monitor, I guess, but it's not really a massive one. I used to have like a 6 stacked monitor set, but ever since I moved my desk and stuff around, I haven't wanted to put it back up because now that I got a rising desk, it messes up everything and it's too heavy for the the desk, and I don't want to mount it to the wall because if you look at the wall, well, you guys can't see it. I have one painting right there, but I have paintings and artwork all over the place here, and so it would just get really bad. And I've been mostly doing day trading since the market's not going crazy. Maybe when the market goes back more bullish, I'll probably actually do the setup in here, and I'll put the desk back around and remove this little metal sculpture thing on my wall, and then have everything drilled into the wall, whatever you want to call it there. It's called a wall mount, I think it is. Let's see. And thanks, BDK. I appreciate you saying that. But yeah, you have to defeat your ego if you want to become a good trader. That's a no-brainer right there. What's right here? Hey, Michael, we are on a bull run. Honestly, everyone is sick of rate hikes. I held and won. I feel no one cares because we are used to it. Invest in what you believe in. Honestly, everyone is sick of rates. Oh, yeah. Rate hikes are there to screw with Main Street. Main Street's going to suffer. companies are going to hurt a little bit, but they're not going to suffer as much as everybody on Main Street, right? Because there's a chance of a recession going on right now, and you're already seeing some people say we're already in a recession. We're just waiting for the confirmation of the next GDP numbers coming out, right? So, it's going to get tough. But hopefully that's why if you guys have income that you can invest in, Bitcoin, this will make you a lot of money down the road, but you're still going to survive all these kind of crazy things going on in the world at this moment in time. Let's see. Burke, um, see. Hey, Platoonian Catalyst, there is no pattern right now. There is no pattern right now. We're consolidating to find one. We just broke out of one. We also broke out of this one earlier, depending on if you wanted to trade with both of them. This when we were in the Fed meeting, we broke out here, and it held, and we kept on going up. The next breakout that we have was the one that we broke out right here, right? And now, same type of thing. We're testing out support, hoping we can rally back up here after the double bottom that we saw right there, plus the breakout there. So there is the pattern if you guys want to trade it, but you guys have to have like probably a 2 to 3% stop loss on your trade. And if you guys don't have access to stop losses, that means most likely you're going to want to be watching the chart the entire time, because Bitcoin's so volatile that if you just leave it for a little bit of time without a stop loss, it could plummet. Then all of a sudden you're holding a bag, and nobody likes to hold a bag unless you're a long-term investor, right? And then in which case you just got to get used to your coins being at a loss. See. And hey, Bogdan, happy to see you back. Hi, Michael. I just joined the video. Do you think Bitcoin will consolidate from now on or still go lower? I think it'll still go lower, but we are looking at a nice little period of consolidation here, unless tomorrow the market decides to tank. Right now, the market seems to be doing okay. My fear is that tomorrow we start green up, and then from the rest of the day we just start dragging down. That's the one thing I don't want to see happen, because Bitcoin will go down a lot more because of it. But overall, the economy is supposed to get worse as they continue to raise rate hikes, right? We had 75 basis points today. We're most likely going to have 75 basis points next month. And then there is no Fed meeting in August. The next Federal Reserve meeting will be in September, unless they come out ahead of time and say, hey, we're going to be doing one also in August here as well, which would be a surprise, but not unbelievable at this point because of how bad inflation has really been over the past few months. Let's see. And hey, Matt, whoa, KuCoin has a trading bot? Yes, it does. KuCoin does have a trading bot. Be careful of it in these volatile markets. But what I would say, if you want to get used to the KuCoin trading bot, I would only start off a small amount of money, test it, and see the percentage of returns it gives you. And then if it does okay in this current market environment, then you might be a little bit more, you might want to be putting more money behind it. But get used to it shorting for you and not just longing for you. During a bull market, it longs a lot more. During a bear market, it's going to be shorting a lot more, not really doing as many longs here. Naked HD shorting tender. Oh man. And hey OBS. Ethereum $1,400. Yeah, it could over the next 2 days here. I'm more concerned about what happens afterwards as Bitcoin gets possibly rejected around the $24,000 level. If we get rejected from those GAN fans up there, Ethereum could probably take a pretty big hit coming back down. But yeah, I just don't see Ethereum going past like $1,700. That's why I'm gonna be like, that's really too far the way. Maybe around $1,400, $1,500 at the very most. At the very most, I can see them going back up to. But besides that, yeah, I can see it going back up that a little bit that high. What's right here? Oh, hey, Corinda. I'm at work on break. Can you fill me in on what I missed a little on what happened today with the Feds? Ooh, I'm sorry, I already messaged a little bit late here. So we had rate hike today of 75 basis points. The market liked it because Jerome Powell gave guidance, which we were hoping for. And then he's most likely going to do a few more rate hikes throughout the rest of the year. The economy is still strong as far as corporations. Main Street is starting to suffer a little bit, but not terribly. According to the Federal Reserve, of course, I beg to differ there, being a more practical person. But the issues that the Fed is facing right now is as they continue to increase rate hikes, people aren't really stopping buying as much, which means the demand that he's trying to curb is still it's still there for a lot of goods, all right? And then the other problem here is he can't control gas prices, only Biden can. And Biden has to either make a deal with the oil companies, which at this point he's kind of at war with. We just talked about that. He's slamming them in political speeches and stuff like that. That's not going to help him out. So at this point, I think the American oil industry helping Biden, that door is kind of shut unless Biden can go back there and say, hey, I'm so sorry. I know I was attacking you from my base, but I really need some help getting the gas prices down to help out every American family, right? I don't think he's going to do that. So since he's going to Saudi Arabia, that's his big thing. Let's get them to pump more oil here, and that's what we're going to be hoping for. But again, since he's kind of slamming the door on talking with oil executives, the refineries, we need more refineries in the country. And so there's a bottleneck of turning oil into gas. So we can have tons of oil, but it'll take a while for all that oil to turn into gasoline for boats, ships, planes, cars, etc. We're kind of in a weird spot. And then the big news I think we learned about today, that was kind of under the radar here, but I think we talked about it a little bit at the last stream. If we go into a recession and we have high inflation, he is going to continue to raise rates, making the recession worse in order to curb inflation. That's where things could possibly get very, very, very bad. Now, the solution to stop that from happening is going back to what we talked about over the past few days. He needs to do a full-on rate hike in order to save us from going down that path. Dude, what are you doing? You want a treat? Let me see. Yeah, huh. But that's the big thing that he has to do, or Jerome Powell and Biden have to do. Okay, yeah. So we got to hope that we don't have a recession with high inflation, and that means Jerome Powell has to be more aggressive here. I was watching it. Well, you guys know I stopped the second stream, the first stream of the day, so I can go make breakfast. While I was eating breakfast, I had CNBC on the swivel TV in the kitchen. And I was watching it, and there was a guy on there, and I totally forgot his name. I'm going to look it up now. I highly encourage you guys to watch this interview if it's on YouTube. It was a good interview. This guy is not a fan of Jerome Powell. He has a different view of how Jerome Powell should be attacking the market, and I wholeheartedly agree with a lot of the stuff he had to say. I just don't know if this guy. Oh, no. Okay, so they split up his interview here. Okay, so Powell has become a very short-termist, says Double Line CEO Jeffrey Gundlach. I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. This one, and the economy isn't as strong as people say. These two. We've been talking about all this type of stuff. You're going to hear a lot of stuff, same stuff I said, but this is a very well-articulated version of what I've been trying to say here. And I might make a video tomorrow talking about what this guy had to say, because it was literally that important and it was that good of information that I really want you guys to take a look at that. And if you guys don't want to watch it, I'll make a video about it tomorrow, in which case you might not watch it anyway because you don't want to watch this video, but it's important, guys. He kind of represents my viewpoint of what I think is going on right now. But I hope that helped out, Corinda. And hey, Michael, still poor? Well, not poor, but I'm in the middle class. Yeah, what do you call middle class is getting hit hard these days. Very, very hard. You kind of getting shrinked out of the market here. And what's right here? And hey, Ken, you beat yourself up too much. Way, Mike, we like boring tickles. Oh, I know, but dude, you want to take a bath? Yeah, that's what I thought. Go, go, go. Um, but what do you call? I want to figure out how to get lots of views with other YouTubers. I'm struggling with it right now, and remember, guys, YouTube gets me a lot of analytics, so I can see how long you guys watch my videos. I know that most of you guys only watch about 30% of my videos, 30 to 40%. Hardly anybody ever watches it to the 50% mark. So I need to focus on making better content. I beat myself up for a reason, right? But the majority of people don't watch my videos all the way through, which means when I talk about support levels and the important stuff, people don't actually value that information. I think what they value is the entertainment factor that they can get at the crypto sides, right? So I'm not going to really focus on making as much entertaining content, but the content that I can make, I'm going to try to make it more pleasing, where it's not going to be me on the corner of your screen talking about technical analysis like I do right now. It'll be me kind of talking to you guys like this in the first few seconds, saying, yeah, everybody, here are the technicals that you guys need to be watching for today, and then having some cut-ins to my face and talking about some news or whatever. And then from there, then I focus specifically on a stock chart. I tell you guys the support level right here, and then maybe I have a little bit of an infographic pointing up and going right here. A little box says, support level of the 3-to-1 GANFEN level, which is also $20,000. If we break below that, we are heading for another bad move. Something like that. More flary, I guess you would say. But also giving you the same information as before, but just making it more pleasing to the eyes. Because, here, let me show you guys something. Let me put it up on this other chart so it doesn't mess everything up over here with the charts. Or some other tab. Okay, so how do I do this? So I made a video a few days ago telling you guys flatly that if we broke down below the 8-to-1 GANFEN level, that Bitcoin was going to be breaking down hard, or altcoins are going to be breaking down hard, kind of as a heads up warning, okay? I had a basic thumbnail that did fine. I had more views than normal, but what happened? If I go to engagement, people only watched half of the video here, right? And I can see where people were watching and where it kind of eventually dropped off, but, I can see all this information, and this is a higher quality video than I normally do. It got 62%. Normally, it's like 30% views. So I need to figure out a way to do that, because the information that I gave you was like, hey, if you guys are afraid of another crash, you guys don't want to hold through the next crash, well, here's the level that if we break down below it, oh my gosh, we're going to be going down, right? And lo and behold, we broke down after I gave you the guys' information. So I'm going to have to figure out a way, to get people to understand, to watch the video, and that means making it more pleasing somehow. Not entirely sure yet. I'm working on it. I have a list. I'm giving myself homework for YouTube, guys. I'm trying to take this as very serious as I can. I have enough money through trading to kind of do my stuff. And I think what I'm going to do here pretty soon is, since I'm thinking of starting a little thing where I'll charge for like an hour of my time to help you guys get started trading and whatnot, kind of give you some tools to help you out. What I'm going to be doing here is, how do I say it? I'm going to use all that money to be making better content, and I'll probably use that money to actually be able to afford through the channel a better editor. Because right now I'm an okay editor, as I would say, but not really great, right? So I'll figure that over time and how all that stuff works out. It's gonna be a process, but hopefully by the end of summer, everything is good. My views are already up a lot over the past few weeks after some of the changes I made to the channel, so I'm seeing progress, just not the progress. I want to go fast. I want to go fast. Oh, man. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Making sure there's no more, no more spammers. Brightest, most likely back down over the next few days here. See. And hey, Michael, you will get better. Honestly, you're better than George, because we are not George. There's a little bit of a boomer saying right here. What do you call it? I don't watch George's content. I think he's an okay person. He seems fine. He has some good news talking and stuff like that. I watch more of Brandon's channel. Then I also watch Rob's channel, Digital Asset News. I talk to him quite a bit. And then I have a friend, Tom Crown, who runs a crypto channel as well. He's much more of the entertaining type, but he's a really fun guy to watch. And then I haven't talked to Jordan yet, but I think I'm going to shoot him an email eventually. Some of you guys watch Jordan. Maybe to do a collaboration or just talk a little bit about what we see. And, and see how that works out. But yeah, so I'm figuring it out. It's a work in progress. Remember, for the first year, guys, I wasn't really focused on doing much as far as YouTube, as far as growing the channel. People just came and they subscribed. But what's been happening more and more likely nowadays is, remember, for all of you guys that are new, me and YouTube have had some disagreements, and YouTube has tried to attack my channel twice. Both times I got apologies for it because it was a mistake on their part, and I was happy that everything worked out. The system worked out as it should. But it's been rough. So I'm gonna make sure I get my channel doing better and better. That way YouTube won't think about banning my channel again just to get a sorry email or whatever. A couple weeks later after I get it back. So I'm working it way up there, right? And hey, Quinda, I'm glad you heard what I was talking about. If you have any more questions about the Federal Reserve, let me know. But that was the gist of it. And if you have the CNBC app or the Fox Business app, I prefer the Fox Business app, but the CNBC app is good as well. They'll have some more news for you there, but the majority of it is what I told you right there. Let's see. And I hope work is going okay. I don't like work myself, but that's because I don't have to really do it as much anyway. And hey, Pro Level, thanks for subscribing again. I remember that. And then I came here for TA, but I'm staying for the puppy. Yeah, Loki he just turned 11 months old. His birthday, he turns 1 next month, and I'm getting him a puppy cake, and we're going out to the beach, and I'm getting him a big toy and something else. I forget exactly what else I'm getting him, but he's getting something really fun. I forget what it was. One of those little ball launchers where the dog puts the ball on the thing and it launches the ball, and then he goes plays fetch with it. That's what I'm getting him too. Let's see. Hey Derek, let's hope if you're bag holding, shorts have to take profit one day. Oh, they will, guys. It just nobody knows exactly how far we're going down. But if you just hold, you're gonna make money eventually on the majority of your coins. If you're playing safe coins majority, then getting some money in the more speculative coins too. But it's gonna be a while, right? The economy is still in a bad spot, and that's the issue here. Oh, sorry, Quinn, I missed your message. Loki is just like my cat. She loves treats. Loki freaking loves treats. He loves doing a whole bunch of stuff. I haven't been giving him as many treats that so far. That's why. He normally likes lamb. His favorite food is lamb. Lamb, and then it comes chicken is a second. No, beef is a second. Then chicken, and then he tried some ostrich meat, and it was very interesting. Then he tried some gator meat. He liked that too. He heard me talking about meats. Yeah. There's no more food. There's no more. See, he heard that pretty plainly. Oh man. And hey, Chef Loki, he's a cute little pup. He still has lots of energy. After this, we're gonna go play around a little bit here. Oh, thanks, Baby Fish, for helping with the spammers. I appreciate it, my man. What's right here? And hey, Neil, are we about to go back down on Bitcoin? So far, we're looking to try to have a bounce here. We'll see. We did hit the price target early and went up a little bit above it. Right now, we're still kind of grinding above this trend line. If you wanted to get a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin right now, I would first want to see us break down below this trend line right here. And then on some of the other charts, you'd want to see the 4-hour, right? We're kind of overextending the 4-hour chart right now. I would want to probably stay well below the 20 moving average in the 4-hour chart. And so that may either mean that we continue to consolidate here. Where is my marker? Where's my favorites tab? There we go. Where we do something like this, if you want to get more bearish, right? Because then each drop we do is an opportunity for us to break down. Or we might have another type of consolidation where maybe we have a trend line like that, and then we eventually break out here, and maybe that takes until later on this weekend. Nobody knows for sure, but right now it seems like we're trying to cool off a little bit here. It doesn't seem like shorts are actively pushing us back down. There's not as much panic as there was a while ago. It seems like everything is kind of just mellowed out a little bit here. And that kind of goes on with what we normally see with Bitcoin, right? After we have a big crash, right, we tend to consolidate for a little bit of time, right? We just don't have a big crash and we keep on going and going and going. I think what's happening so far is we've just had so many of these in the past few months that people just assume we're going to keep on going down and down and down instead of making a new pattern. Right now, I think we're just consolidating and waiting for another pattern to present itself. And then once we have that pattern, then that's where we're going to make that trade, right? So this one, it took a while, but the day we broke down below, it really didn't seem like much, right? So a good way to look at this is here. Here's the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. Actually, let me X out this. I don't want to do this for this chart. No, we can do it here for now. But, let's go here bit by bit. Slow. Auto. We weren't doing much. Let me speed this up a little bit. We were waiting for a breakout or a breakdown to have some good moves. Oh, okay, that's how I gotta do it. Let me just do this right. Let me move this one more slower. There we go. Okay, there we go. We weren't doing much, weren't doing much, weren't doing much, and then boom, right there. That's where you would open up your short position, and that took a while of waiting. There was also some trades you could have done in here as well, as far as a breakout like that, or you know, a resistance level right here if you wanted to short back down, or a support level if you wanted to go that way, which has been a little bit more risky here. And then afterwards, you just had to wait every single day. Wait, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days of not doing much, and then all of a sudden things started to get more aggressive. We had more battles, had fights, stopped at the Ganfan level for a little bit, stopped at Fibonacci for a little bit, stopped at the next Fibonacci level, and then here we are, right? So we're just waiting for a setup right now to present itself if you guys want to get more aggressive on these types of trades. At this moment in time, we have broken out twice at these trendline resistance levels, and now we're trying to deal with the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and we'll have to see if ultimately we do break out above that. I think we most likely will, but will we break out of it today, or will we break out of it tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon? We're going to have to wait and see at this moment in time, see if there's enough energy left there to buy. But I think if you go on Twitter, I think you'll see a lot of people like buy, right? So Bitcoin. Sorry, forgot what I was trying to search for here. Bitcoin. I can't believe I'm able to buy Bitcoin at $20,000. Just Infidelity executive Jurian Timmer says Bitcoin is technically oversold. See, right? So you're seeing some good information, getting people a little bit more happy about buying Bitcoin. I wonder if there's anyone who bought Bitcoin at the peak in 2017 at 20K just to check out the price for the first time today, 4.5 years later, only to see the same price. The number of Bitcoin addresses at loss has reached an all-time high of 18,000, right? And then, more pump-up stuff. So, opportunity is huge. I don't know what that says, but it seems like he's pointing arrows. But so et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? There's people whose jobs it is to just pump Bitcoin as much as possible, and they make good money at it, right? We've talked about Matt Wallace and Dogecoin. Matt Wallace, he doesn't make much money off of Dogecoin anymore. He makes money by, I guess, pumping up coins. But at least that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But there are people whose whole job it is just to pump up the market, and people buy into that time after time after time to make money. Right? So let me go over here very fast. Let me hop off of CNBC. What's that website? Oh, geez, look at that face. Oh, damn. Okay, you guys didn't see that. But you go over to Social Blade. If you guys ever want to see what any of the creators like me or anybody else, how many views we get, you guys can always go check out our channel. My channel is not as hot as other ones, right? I get a B minus. My video views for the last 30 days are down 85%. I moved my 24-hour streams off this channel to the other channel. That's why I was like, well, I haven't really lost many streaming views, have I? But it's all the 24-hour streams that I run are on the second channel now. But you can see I've lost some subscribers, gained some subscribers, goes up and down. I get like 1,000 views per day. Normally it's been going up a little bit more since I've been streaming more, stuff like that, right? But then you can see it says I make anywhere between $72 and $1,000 a year. I make way more than $1,000 a year on YouTube, but I'll take that as I'm poor people, right? But you have people like Final Stand. He makes anywhere up to 15,000. I bet he makes way more than that. But you can see his video views weekly. They've been going down ever since Dogecoin, and his video views for the last 30 days are actually 20% less than what they were last month, right? And I think that's because Dogecoin's been going down, and that's his sole topic here. But he still has 14,000 views, 34,000 views, because he can say, oh my gosh, Dogecoin is falling down. That's views for his channel, right? So, I could literally make a channel talking about how to be successful at YouTube. Implementing those things is what makes it so hard to become a full-time YouTuber. Thank God I have investing. Okay, there we go. Let's see. And hey, Michael, I appreciate that. And yeah, Jordan can be pretty entertaining at times. Let's see. And hey, Jim Bob, I appreciate that, my man. Appreciate that. Loki is getting better parted than me. Loki's a very spoiled dog. He gets to eat lamb every single day. Like the dog literally eats lamb every single day. But he likes lamb. Lamb is his favorite food. I've been feeding it to him since he was a pup. And I've met one of Loki's brothers. Loki was the runt of the litter, guys. I just picked him because he liked me and I liked him. And when when you go see all the dogs in the little kennel thing, all the dogs run up to you. Well, when my sister got up, because I let my sister come with me, when she came up to the cage, all the dogs ran over to her except for Loki. So I was like, "You're mine," right? But what was I going with this? But ever since we know one of his brothers. I forget his name all the time. It's Coda. Coda is his name. And Loki weighs 20 more pounds than Coda, and Loki was the runt of the litter, which is kind of crazy, right? I don't know what the difference is. I think it's just Loki gets a lot of exercise every day, like lots, and I guess Loki's brother Fido doesn't go out as much for exercise and stuff like that. Not fat or like malnourished or anything like that. He just doesn't go outside for exercise, and I guess he gets, I don't know what normal dog food is, but I guess non-lamb nuggets or something like that. But yeah. But it is kind of crazy to see how the way dogs are kind of raised, they can turn out so differently size-wise. I didn't know that. Loki's my first German Shepherd, so I'm not used to raising them. And hey, I'm Groot. We're going on to 8K. I don't think so, but we have a big cluster on the $14,000, $17,000 level. If we start breaking down below those levels, I mean, we can go all the way down to 5,000 at that point. So, and oh boy, would that be a scary thing for anybody that bought during COVID or bought during the 2008 lows. I mean, that'd be terrifying for a lot of people. However, if I was a bank and I was trying to shake out as many investors as I could, I would be doing that. I would be trying to drive the price down as low as possible. Not necessarily to 3,000 or 5,000, but, as much as possible. Because during this time, people, billionaires and institutions and companies are actually buying crypto, right? Now, they're not like us. They can buy and they can just hold and forget about it. A lot of us, newer investors, retail traders, whatever, they like to see profits happen faster, so they don't like seeing their coins go down over time, right? So there's an issue there, but they have the ability to just buy and wait, and you can see they've been buying them up. I don't care about the biggest Bitcoin portfolios. Okay, it's fine. It's not going to really give us as much information as I prefer to. Like MicroStrategy's buying some, Tesla's buying some, Galaxy Digital Holdings, Voyager Digital, Block Inc., Marathon Digital Holdings, Hunt and Mining Corporation, Coinbase, and Riot Blockchain and Bitcoin. Those aren't really the companies I was trying to talk to you guys about, but there's tons of companies continuing to buy at these levels for the long-term longevity because they know they're going to make more money down the road. And I mean, who can blame them, right? We're doing the same thing. They're just buying more than us. There you go. And hey, we can pop back. Happy to see you back, my man. You're short in VRA from 3 days ago at point zero, whatever, and thinking of we will visit point zero before. Let's see. And we could pop. I mean, eventually, we'll most likely will be going back down there. But if you're in a short, you're in a good spot right now. Just make sure you have your stop losses, of course. That's one thing I always preach: stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. Wait until the Pampit chance. I missed though. Missed those. Oh yeah. Wallet number 3 bought 204 Bitcoin. Yeah, he bought about 488 Bitcoin yesterday, and he bought some more Bitcoin the day before that as well. So here, wallet. Let me just. Yeah, there you go. Bloopity bloop. 214 you're up. Yeah, like I said, yesterday they had 488, the day before that 425. Buying up Bitcoin. The next time he sells, that'll probably give us a good heads up that, hey, we're about to crash again. He normally sells, or he or she, excuse me, normally sells right before a bigger dump. And hey, Dollar Doge, I miss your title Doge to $1. I still have it, I think, or I don't know. So you guys remember, I have 2 channels right now. What happened is YouTube banned this channel. They said I was scamming people because I showed you guys to watch out for the, I'm not even going to open them up right now, but if you guys type in Bitcoin on YouTube search and you hit live, you're going to see a lot of those fake Elon Musk MicroStrategy scammer streams. I showed you guys how to report those, and since I was streaming that same stream to you guys, it assumed I was spam, and so it blocked my channel. It banned my channel. So I went through the proper channels, and I got it fixed. But it hit my channel hard. It hurt my analytics hard. So what I did in that time frame, since you guys were still wanting help and information, I set up another channel, and because my channel was banned mid-stream. That's how crazy it was. But if you just go over here to Dogecoin Live, my second channel is right here. Dogecoin, Bitcoin Live, Breakdown Watch, Crypto and Chill. Yeah, it doesn't have the journey to $1 anymore. But if you guys want to use the 24-hour streams, it's the exact same channel here. Michael Whitman. I only have 700 subscribers on this one. Please subscribe if you guys haven't already. But yeah, this is one that I have running all the time. And the technicals that I put on this chart, they're on this chart as well. Okay, so everything I change here is already updated here. So for example, if I got rid of this line very fast, well, actually I can't do that, sorry. So these are separate channels, so I can't necessarily show you the stream to stream again. My other channel might think that I'm stealing content from this channel, even though I own both channels, if that makes sense. But if I delete that line for a little bit of time, it would actually delete the line here, and if I put it back, it would put it back on within a few seconds. So if you guys want to follow that one, that has a whole bunch of free technicals, and I'm hoping to put another stream up back up next month. I'm going to test it out again. I put up a 24/7 Bitcoin stream, but nobody was really paying attention to it, so I kind of turned it off because I was just wasting money at that point. But maybe I'll put it back up again. If you guys would like to have a larger chart of Bitcoin where it goes, it's like a 4-hour chart showing massive moves, like the big breakdowns, the big technicals and stuff like that. Kind of like a 4-hour version of this chart here where it shows you all the levels of resistance, like that. Right? So you can see, oh, we might have some support right here. We might have some support right here. And then on the other side, maybe it's like a 5-minute Bitcoin chart so you can see the more precise movements happening. So like, we're bouncing, we're not bouncing, right? I might try to put that back on there, but I might have to wait until next month though or something like that. Because last time I tried it, nobody actually watched it. Let's see. And hey, Michael, how does he talk about Doge every single day? He likes Dogecoin, right? He likes to pump it. There's a big audience for Dogecoin still, right? People still watch my streams 24/7. People still like Dogecoin. There's still a lot of interest in it. People are still watching it. People are still trading it, so to speak. It's just that he's the guy to talk about Dogecoin. And if you take Dogecoin away from Matt Wallace's channel, what is it? There's not really much there, right? So he has Dogecoin. It's his niche. Let him have it. I talk about Dogecoin, but I don't nearly have the following of Dogecoin people that he has, right? So you just gotta, he's doing his thing. We're gonna do our thing. We're hopefully gonna be making some good money here. And hey, Chihuahua, hey man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. And hey, Joe Bob, I appreciate it very, very much, man. What's right here? And hey, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I really do appreciate it. MicroStrategies and Tesla might as well merge at this point. Crypto car with built-in trading platform. I mean, that'd be pretty nice. I don't know if Elon would allow that to happen, but I would enjoy watching it happen. I think Michael Saylor would be, his ego would go up against Elon, and I think Elon would crush him. And then Michael Saylor might try to retaliate by being mad about Elon Musk being the bigger guy in the partnership. And hey, fat butter, beef and chicken are more lean than lamb. Lamb is more fatty, so the good fat. Using fat as energy source, being active. Fat, but that makes more sense because this guy, you've seen me have videos of him around before, but Loki loves to run. He likes to just. Loki will have a freaking mud pit bash with his best friends. They'll go find a mud pit at the dog park and just wrestle in it. Get so tired they lay down in the mud to cool off, and then like 5 minutes later, it's back to wrestling in the mud pit. And Loki plays with much bigger dogs. So I don't know how big Loki is, honestly. But he has a friend who's about 1 year and 3 months old at this point. He's a King German Shepherd. And the dog weighs like 115 pounds at this point. And Loki is very, very small compared to him. And they just battle out and they have a lot of fun there. But that dog is massive. His name is Iroh. No. What's the dog's name? It's a character from the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Why am I forgetting the name? Not Zuko, not Iroh, not Korra, not Aang. What's that guy's name? It's the head. It's the head firebender of the Fire Nation. Hold on a second. I'll figure this out very fast, guys. Fire Nation. Ozai. Ozai. There you go. Ozai. Thank you guys. Ozai. Firelord Ozai. What's right here? Good evening, Painted Egg. Happy to see you back right there. And thank you, Derek, for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Hey, OBS, you think Ethereum could hit $1,400? Oh, I answered this already, but yeah, we could hit $1,400 again for Ethereum. That would be kind of towards the higher part. I don't know if we're going to reach anywhere close to $1,500, something like that. But I think we could reach $1,400 on this next bounce here. In my opinion, though, we wouldn't be hitting it for long. So you might want to have some type of a price alert saying, hey, like on your phone or something, saying, hey, Ethereum has reached this price point. You should start selling, whatever it may be. You want to have some type of alert to let you know in case it happens while you're sleeping. And then by the morning time, we've already fallen back down to like $1,300, $1,200, something like that. And hey, Jim Bob, yes, as many chart channels as possible. That's what I need to do. Maybe what I can do, guys, is all I need the channel to do to become profitable or just break even, actually, is just do $50 a month. I'll have to find a way for the channel to do, for that video to do 50 views, that thing to do $50 a month. I'll figure it out. It'll be a little bit of a hassle, but maybe I'll add some Ganfin levels and stuff like that. Maybe it'll just be a full decked out chart with every technical I can think about without making it too clustered, and I kind of add and subtract things as needed as we approach those levels of resistance, and maybe that'll help out a little bit more as well. And hey, bro, morning, buddy. Where we B&B headed to, bro? Right now, it looks like a lot of stuff is trying to break up right now, but we're just waiting to see if Bitcoin can stay above this trend line right here, or if it's going to break down, leading to a longer consolidation. We have good news right now that, oops, sorry, I thought that was CNBC right here. Futures are up right now. They're down from where they were a few minutes ago, but they're still up. So we're hoping that futures can lead to a good market tomorrow, and that'll help us out even more here if we're looking to bounce. The other side here is my fear, which we talked about, I think, 2 days ago now. My fear is that if we start the day tomorrow green, and throughout the rest of the day we kind of grind it down, that might bring Bitcoin down here, and then we'll have to wait to see if we can have another consolidation, or if we're going to already start dropping to new weekly lows, which will be pretty bad here. I'm thinking this weekend we might see a little bit more volatility. Right now we're kind of just staying calm here, waiting for either some type of whale to long us to kind of boost us up, or for some type of short to really have us crack down below this trend line back down here. Let's see right here very fast, guys. That's fine. That's fine. All right, and there we go. Okay. But again, so far we do have that strong level of support around $20,000, not $2,000. But let me go over here to the daily chart. For today, if we had one goal to stay above a level, it's going to be at the end of today, we want to stay above this Fibonacci level here of 21,393, right? I'm okay if we go sideways, whatever, but we really want to stay above the Fibonacci level of 21,373, or I don't know what the exact number is. Oh, excuse me, 21,404. 21,404. I hope I didn't say 23,000, but yeah. 21,404 is the level we want to stay above today. And if we break down below it, the next day after we break down below it will most likely be a very bad day that leads us to drop down to new lows for the week, well below the lows that we experienced right here at 20,111. And that would also have us breaking down below those right here, the lows right here, leading us to this next quadrant, which let's go to the Bitcoin monthly chart. There we go. Which would lead us right down here, where the next low is at $14,000. If we were to continue dropping this month, next month it may be a low of like 14,500 or something like that. And then we would have to worry about trying to have a reversal in here. So maybe we bounce off and cool off a little bit of time before maybe breaking down this one, or maybe holding and kind of gliding back up. But I think eventually we are going to break down below this level right here. If we do have another big move right here, unfortunately. But, that's kind of the pattern we're looking at right now. Let me line up with the Ganfin levels. That's what we're looking at on this particular Ganfin. The other one right here, we've already broken down below it. This would already suggest to me that later on we are going to continue to move downward here in the next few weeks. This is why I keep on telling you guys, hey, I know we're kind of bouncing up right now. We might be coming down even more. And if you guys are making any long trades right now, I would highly encourage stop losses. I know I say it a lot, but most people don't listen to me, and most people don't have stop losses. So have a stop loss. If you guys aren't able to have a stop loss, find an exchange that will let you. Like literally, all three of my exchanges down below have stop losses because I've only vetted the exchanges that are better for new investors like KuCoin and the BitGets and stuff like that. But let's go to the monthly chart on this one as well. We've already broken down below this one. This next support level for us here is somewhere down here again at $14,000, right? 14,700. So actually a little bit above the $14,000 level that we had on the other one. And that's why going back to this chart over here, I know it's a mess, bear with me. You see that if we do break down below these last levels right here, and the 200 weekly moving average, which we are currently back above here, we're going to hit this massive cluster, where this is going to be a big support zone for us, and we're going to have to wait to see if we can hold it, kind of go sideways and bounce through all these technicals here. This may be a very volatile month that we're down here, which will be really fun for day traders and swing traders out there. But if we break below this, really our next level of support really seems to be down here around $11,000. And that's, we haven't been at $11,000 since 2020. We were back over here in 2019. Those are some of the highs we experienced in 2018. So, we're going back to almost pre-COVID levels at that point. And that would freak out a lot of people, of course. But that's why I really want to hope that the economy can get fixed over the next few months that we're down here. Because we don't have to go 1 month after 1 month after 1 month like screaming down. We can always take a breather for just 1 month and do a whole bunch of nothing. And then we eventually continue on our merry way. I'm hoping for something like that to happen here. Probably best to go back over here to this chart. There you go. Still testing out the Fibonacci extension levels here. There you go. Man, we're fighting, but it's not looking as strong as I want it to for like a nice little reversal right here. And thanks again, Babyfish. Am I doing any leverage plays right now? I have a long on Ethereum right now to see how that goes. I bought it a while ago, but it's, at this point, the stop loss is above the price I bought it in at. So I'm not going to really lose any money. But I'm hoping that Ethereum could at least get back up to maybe, $1,350, $1,400 over the next few days if we can have a pop. If not, I'm just going to walk away with like maybe 5 to 10%, which isn't going to be too much from the leverage standpoint. Not really much at all. But yeah, overall, I still see it being, I'm in Ethereum right now. I'm hoping that even if we consolidate, we can still try to make a move tomorrow. But I really want to see that the market opens up strong and it stays strong throughout the rest of the day, leading us to have a good day as far as crypto is concerned. And no worries, Jim. I appreciate my man. And hey, Michael, I got burned by not taking profit at levels set last night when I was shorting Bitcoin and Tron. You gotta take the profits. I know it sucks. Trust me, I really do understand it, but it can be very, very annoying at times for sure here. But I would love if Bitcoin goes down below 15K. Oh, probably. I know a lot of people would because they would love to buy it. But there's just so many people that always get freaked out in these market environments. They're not used to Bitcoin going down, 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 and so there may be people that bought over the last few days in this last dip. They may sell out of panic over the next few days if we drop down again. And, that's just the way it works out for a lot of people. Let's see. And hey, Dark Soul, I don't think Bitcoin's at its bottom. No, I don't think it's at its bottom. I would look at other creators, though, and other YouTubers to see what their opinions are. But currently, I don't think Bitcoin is at its bottom yet. Let's see. And hey, Tacos No Life, sadly, I'm still expecting it to go down. Exactly, yeah. See. And hey, Derek, a big green after this red would be a good one for the upside. Yeah, we have to battle through some resistances, of course, but a nice little reversal on the U right there, a big drop and dead cat bounce, that'd be very nice before we eventually start heading back down, or at least starting to consolidate a little bit more. And hey, Babyfish, looks boogie. It does look like it wants to break back down below this level here. There's not really much keeping us up here, guys. Right? There's not really much trying to save us. We keep on dipping lower and lower. We keep on having lower highs. And we also have lower lows here. So we want to try to have some type of reversal here so we can squeeze and pick a direction. Let's see. And hey, Neil, right now I would assume up a little bit. The futures are up here unless there's some bad news. But futures are up. We haven't seen any breaking news on the top about any major meetings. Yesterday we had a major meeting. The European Banking Committee, I think that's what it's called. They had an emergency meeting. I don't know what about, but they had an emergency meeting that kind of spooked some people last night. I don't know what they talked about though. I should have probably looked at that. But again, every time I come over here, every time he comes over here, or every time we come over here, there's a whole new set of stories, right? Maybe there's going to be, okay, not a new set of stories. But usually, like, from the next day, everything is much different here. Bear market stocks, Ukraine updates, mortgage rate surge, real Squid Games. Oh, geez. Oh, there we go. And there's a little bit of a dip right there. Finally broke down now. And we're going to be waiting to see what happens here. And remember, the thing that we got rejected from here is the Fibonacci level, first of all. This Fibonacci level, Fibonacci extension level. And the 20 moving average and the 4-hour chart, if you guys wanted to have a moving average resistance. That green line right there is what we just got rejected off from there. If you wanted to use that for future trading, I guess you would say. Make that move right there. And there you go. Now I have to deal with some resistance. But the fact that we broke down below it, it does make it weaker going forward. Oh, hey, Gus. Happy to see you. What do you think the Doge bottom is? No for 8 to 10 cents anytime soon because Bitcoin still seems like it wants to go down even more. That means Dogecoin would have to go up like 75% or something like that. That's a little extreme. Dogecoin probably somewhere around 4 cents, probably the bottom. Maybe even as low as 3.5, but right now I think probably around 4. Let's see. Oh, and hey, Alan Time, thanks for becoming a member, my man. How do you think Ethereum will go? I mean, if Bitcoin really does take this larger move down, probably somewhere around, what's that now? 1,200. We got another 10%, 25%. What is that? 6, 3. Maybe as low as $700-800, maybe even lower than that. But I would start probably buying for long term around that that $800-900 price range. And hey, Derek, we need a big body green candle with some increasing volume. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping whales can come in here and give us a surge. Right now, it looks like we just want to continue to consolidate here, unfortunately, though. Kind of giving up some of those gains. We're going to be watching to see if we can kind of have a finish off this reversal, or if we're just going to be coming all the way back down here, which will not be a fun thing for anybody to see, right? Maybe we might be coming back down here temporarily to have a bounce. Who knows? But at this point in time, guys, the market's a little bit more riskier than I would like to see it at. So if you guys are trading, you guys want to make sure you guys have some solid stop losses here. Let's see. And hey, Pro Level, I like that you don't keep a ton of indicators on the screen. What are some of your preferred indicators? I like the RSI, MACD. They're pretty solid. I use some algorithms as every once in a while. But most I like Fibonacci levels and like patterns. It's a pretty basic technical analysis scheme. Fib circles every now and again that can help you out when you're looking for time, to add time to the equation. Anything else? Volume is usually important while trading, although I don't keep it on my charts because I don't like the way volume clutters up on TradingView. Yeah, those are about it. I mean, I add some stuff every now and again. You can do technicals and the RSIs and the MACDs yourself, but usually I try to keep my charts as simple as possible, and I try to familiarize myself with how specific stocks and or crypto behave. That way, when I trade them, I know how likely they are to have false breakouts, or what circumstances they have false breakouts, what circumstances do they have more aggressive moves and stuff like that. And then, when I'm day trading and stuff like that, maybe I'll add a VWAP or something like that, or maybe I'll have some news on the screen as well. But pretty basic stuff here. If I go over my indicators right here, I maybe OBV oscillator, SSL hybrid, triple EMA. I use different moving averages every now and again. Bollinger Bands can be nice if you're looking for a squeeze out of a play. If the squeeze is happening around a breakdown point, that can be very informative. But I try not to overcomplicate my charts at all. There's no reason to. I have ADHD, so my mind gets like scattered a lot. Usually with charts, I can focus pretty well, but like I will do stuff normally, and I just find myself all of a sudden doing something completely different. And so same with indicators. If I have too much on my screen, I'll focus on the wrong stuff and not the stuff I need to be looking at. Like Oh, which one is this? So this is this Bitcoin? Okay, so like this. So actually, what Bitcoin chart is this? Is this one? This one? Okay, it's that one. Okay. So let me do this very fast. Let me add this monthly chart here. I also use algorithms every now and again. Indicators, invite only scripts, chart prime, oscillator, chart prime, market oracle. I don't know what some of this stuff is. This guy added some new stuff here, but I'm not entirely sure what it all is. Let me actually see. Peak seeker. Market oracle. Let me go. Vital algo is there as well. Okay, so his Vital algo is one. Let me turn this off. Here's market oracle. Let me turn this one off first. And then here's peak seeker. How does this work? Auto optimization will be on. Mode disabled, algo 1. Let me see how this will work on. This is on a monthly chart. Let me go for the weekly chart perhaps. Sell there. This sell would have been not so good. This one would have been okay, I guess. This one didn't work out too much here. It worked out more here. Strong uptrend here. Oh, maybe. Selling off, it worked there, but no uptrend alert. So, every now and then I can look at this type of stuff to see what the market says. There's been no green, get out of this, we're going back up anytime soon type of move there, unfortunately. But I look at this stuff every now and again. But this stuff costs money normally. So here's downtrend, whatever trends. Here's that regular algo. Maybe I can add this on here. Trend, both, none, abbreviate signals, optimize everything, filter support resistance, filter support resistance, supply demand, dark pools, dynamic reactor, and maybe trend lines here. And then dashboard, we can have bottom right. Okay, let me add this right here. And so you can see some perceived support levels, resistance levels. The trend lines here are horribly placed, though. I guess that's an algorithm for you. But yeah, you can see we're at a support level right here. Kind of going off of that. Our next big block is somewhere around here, around $12,000, $14,000 to $11,000, $10,000. There's a possibility we hit those levels as well. That's the weekly chart. On the daily chart, it might look a little bit different here. Pretty similar, but gotta wait for it to populate here. A little bit more support levels here. The trend line that we just broke down before, it actually got that one okay. Except for that, it's supposed to be from here to here, not from there to there. But it's a robot. Found some support right here just lately, and so that's our new support level. And I use stuff like this every now and again, but I don't prefer to use it. So let me take this back over here very fast. There we go. And I don't want to have the algorithm on here. There you go. Okay. There you go. And my gosh, what the heck is with all these streamers here today? Whales giving us a surge down. Yeah, there we go. And hey, what's my 24/7 channel? It's called it's the same name. I haven't renamed it yet. Michael Whitman. Maybe I'll rename it Michael Whitman 24/7 or something like that. But right here, yeah, Michael Whitman. Same, everything's pretty much the same because what happened was YouTube banned my channel before they gave me the apology and said sorry and all other stuff. Second channel right here, all my playlists right here on this channel are right here, so you can see my channel is actually right there as well. My shorts on the bottom. But what all this does is have 24-hour streams. I think Luna is dying off here, so maybe I'll change this Luna stream into that Bitcoin stream that I was talking about before. There's only 4 people watching it right now, and we'll see how that works out. But yeah, it's just called Michael Whitman. I will here. If you guys haven't subscribed to it yet, I just put the link down below. Subscribe. I do a lot of shorts there, and when I do the shorts, I will share my thoughts in a little bit faster talking speed. Or not fast talking, but I'll be like, hey everybody, I just noticed this happening on this chart. Check it out, right? That's how I'll talk to you guys in those ones, or to talk about something random going on in my life, or just something fun and happy, whatever it may be. But that's something that if you guys want to see like something real time, like, hey, I just noticed that I saw this in the chart, and you guys want to see it, I will put it up on a short usually. Or hey, I'm excited about something going on here, or hey, here's this big news I just found out. I'll share it through there really fast, and it's a lot easier for me just to record on my phone, upload it, than do a full-on production style video where it takes like a half an hour to an hour to do. It's not going to take that long for me. I'm just going to record myself and nice and easy. Let's see. And hey, Mark makes a good point. He's talking about the dollar index, how it continues to go up, and Bitcoin won't go up until that goes back down. Yeah. I think something that was very interesting, though, if you guys remember, we've been talking about that blowing the top off for a while. It hasn't moved as aggressively as I thought it would. We're still pretty much chugging up, but we're not blowing the top off as much as I thought we would. So it still looks like it wants to go up even more. But I'm hoping that over the next 2 to 3 months, we may find a peak there, and that may be good for Bitcoin starting to not really full-on reversal and go up to all-time highs and stuff, but at least slow the drop down. We just kind of consolidate for a while before eventually doing a little bit more of a reversal. We just have to figure out how much we fall before the next 3 months kind of turn around here, unfortunately. That's right here. And hey, Mark, what do you call? It's all bots. It's all bots. It's all bots. Nobody's even there. It's all bots. And hit it all, Doge. Hey, enjoy your drink outside. Enjoy it, my man. Because right now we're just having issues, and we're barely even able to do a freaking breakout at this point. We're just consolidating very, very, very slowly. And maybe that's just because the futures market took a little bit of a dip a little bit ago, and that's been pulled Bitcoin down a little bit here as well, right? We're up a couple hundred points on the Dow. Now we're only down 100, only up 192, a little bit less than that. So, it looks like we're trying to do a little bit of a drop here. Hopefully, we can just continue to consolidate for a while and not just go to all-time lows later on tonight. Or not all-time lows, excuse me, weekly lows. See. And hey, Derek, the 24/7 aspect of crypto makes it a consuming and risky. Seems like a stressful investment. That's why you guys have to have stop losses and price targets. So if you're away from your computer, or maybe you're at work and you can't look at your phone, if it hits your price target or hits your stop loss, then transaction executes, and then you just go back. You get alert. Oh, I sold off my crypto. I took a loss. Oh man. Or I made some money. Oh yeah. Right. So that's usually what I would say if you guys don't like to be watching crypto 24/7. It's very, very easy to just simply open up an alert, or when you place the trade, put a price target in there and a stop loss. I have a link down below for BitGet. BitGet makes it extremely easy to trade because while you're making the initial trade, like you put the price you want to buy or the price you want to short at, how much money you want to do on that trade, how much leverage you want to do on that trade, whether it's 1, 2, up to $125 for Bitcoin, and then after that, what you do is you push the little check mark button down below, and it has a PT section and a stop loss section. So you will enter in the price target for the trade, and you will enter in the stop loss for the trade. And then the only way it doesn't trade is if it doesn't hit the stop loss or it doesn't hit the price target, right? So that's a very, very easy way to make sure that you guys don't become bag holders. Because, if you have a 4% stop loss or 5% stop loss, at worst, you're only going to lose 5%. And if, let's say you have a $100 trade, you're just going to lose $5. If you have a $1,000 trade, $50, whatever. But you know exactly how much you're going to lose if the trade does not go your way. When you don't have those stop losses or those guardrails, so to speak, you open up yourselves to becoming a bag holder where you're kind of stuck with the position and you're not entirely sure if you should sell it and take a larger loss than you anticipated, or if you should try to hold on a little bit longer to see if the price gets back up there. And then you kind of hit a dilemma because in that time, we either continue going down or we just kind of stay stagnant. Then you're kind of freaking out. There's more emotional toil and pain that really had to happen. So that's why stop losses and price targets are really, really good. You don't even have to have a price target if you don't want to, because if it keeps on going up, you're fine. But you need to have a stop loss there to make sure no matter what happens, you're not losing money, or at least as much money as if you became a bag holder, so to speak. And hey, Discount Killer, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, my man. And hey, Mike Bell, I've been following Mike for a while. He saw it. Hey, I appreciate that very, very much, guys. I really do appreciate that, especially as I look to grow my audience and get better and better at YouTube and all that good stuff here. Do you think we might bounce to 24K? It's possible, but right now Bitcoin's getting hit a little bit harder here, and we're trying to break down below this old trend line here on the 15-minute chart. You want to be hoping that futures stay green tomorrow, and then tomorrow the market opens up and it continues to grind up higher, and then you might see some shorts get out, squeeze out of Bitcoin, and that would really bring us up to that 24,000 level. But even at that 24,000 level, I don't think we would be up there long enough. So you have to be very, very careful about how long you hold the trade from now until then, right? Altcoins and everything should have a little bit of pop if that does occur. But right now, Bitcoin's down 1% since in the last 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours, excuse me. Doge is down 3%, Ethereum is down 2, AD is down 2.5, Ethereum is down 2, XRP down 2, STMX is up 5, SHIB is down 3, FTM is down 2.5, and so forth. So right now we're kind of in a sunken level. I think in order to see some larger moves on the green side, we might have to wait until tomorrow, or as far as like tomorrow morning when the stock market is open, is what I mean to say. See you. And hey, Slimy, my man, happy to see you back. What's up, Mike? Why do you think the SPY went up today in spite of the Fed announcement? I think because the market got some clarity of what what Jerome Powell actually plans. So normally the way Jerome Powell has been working this inflation angle is he says, hey, this month we're doing this, but sorry, Loki coming back. But for the next few months, we'll keep you updated. We're going to be monitoring everything, but here's our thoughts. We're not going to actually tell you what we're going to do. We kind of had a little bit more guidance this time around, so the market can try to price some of that stuff in there. And while he was doing his news conference, he gave some pretty decent answers here. The one concern, of course, was gasoline, how he's going to help gas prices, but that's not really something he can control. But I think that certainty helped with the market a little bit, and that kind of stopped the panic. And also, what was the other thing here? Sorry guys, late night. They gave an expectation of what the interest rates will look like at the end of the year. I don't know if I could find it here, but I think CNBC should have some type of diagram talking about it here for Lucky. No. I think I tried it. Hmm. Maybe no, it's not gonna work out. Maybe this one. Okay, never mind. They have a number here. At least I'll tell you the number here. Oh, according to the dot plot of individual members' expectations, the Fed's benchmark rate will end the year at 3.4%, an upward revision of 1.5 percentage points from the March estimate. So we have a little more clarity there. Officials also signified cut to the outlook for 2022 economic growth, now anticipating just 1.7% gain in GDP, down from the 2.8 from March. So overall, the market should still continue falling, but that little bit of clarity gave the market a little bit of a boost here, okay? So it was more of a short-term thing than a long-term thing, but hopefully we could at least get a couple of days of grain out of it. I'm hoping, right? But that's part of the reason that we came up today, because when the announcement actually came out, we actually fell down, and then longs came up and obliterated the shorts in the crypto market, and then we started to launch up here, which was you could see it, right? We dove down first, then came back, we had a long, then pump, then yeah, just a wild ride. But yeah, so that was pretty interesting to see how all that played out. But that's the reason, right? Clarity, more certainty in the market, because frankly, we've talked about this a little bit. A lot of people that deal with the market, they've been losing confidence in the Federal Reserve to actually fix the problem. And now they got a little bit of that confidence back. Not a lot, but enough. Enough here, I would say enough. And hey, Derek, I'm more swinging stuff right now. I'm more swing stuff. Have I heard of the Matter Baby? I have not heard of that. What's right here? And hey, Trix, happy to see you. And hey, Quinta, finally off from work. I'd love to stock up with Larry Jones. Check out your channel. Oh, that'd be actually pretty interesting as well. I haven't looked at his channel in a long time, but yeah, there's always fun stuff when you collaborate with people. And hey, brightness, so we all gonna crash and burn? we're probably going to crash a little bit more and maybe burn a little bit more over the next few days here. I'm hoping that we can at least stay sideways until the weekend here because it's already Wednesday. In some parts of the world, it's already Thursday, right? I'm hoping we can just kind of stay sideways and then make a move, decide on the weekend. That way we have a little bit more of our resistances go up a little bit during that time frame and our support levels kind of go up as well. So that might be kind of helpful for us as we look to get squeezed sometime soon. And then we're going to be most likely making that larger move down that we've been talking about, probably down to $17,000 if things get really, really bad. And then we also have to worry about what Celsius is going to be doing here if Celsius gets liquidated around that $16,000 level. What do they do with all the assets? Do they steal the assets from their customers to pay off the bills? Do they give the money back to their people and say, hey, we failed, but take all your crypto before we go? Or will they have enough crypto to give out to everybody? You know, it's going to be one of those things where it's going to lead to a little bit of a crisis going forward. Let's see. And hey, Yoshi, what's up with, I can't pronounce that, FITFI? It's up hella. It's probably getting pumped up by some individual stock trading group or crypto trading group right now. Be careful with it. They might have some good news or something. But it's probably just getting pumped up. If you want to trade it, it might be better just to short it on the way down. Otherwise, you might be waiting for another pattern to formulate before you actually buy that breakout there. And hey, Trade City West, happy to see you back, man, as well. What's the matter, baby? Yeah, I don't know, Deezer. I have no idea what the matter baby is. I don't want to Google it unless it's something really bad. Let me see one more check on whale number 3 very fast. No more buying besides the 214 today. Celsius still hasn't given an update, guys. They're still saying they're working on the stuff. No, oh wait, retweeted here. So Alex says he's a CEO, I think, or someone that works for them. Celsius Network team is working nonstop. We're focused on your concerns and thankful to have heard from so many. To see you come together is a clear sign of our community is the strongest in the world. This is a difficult moment. Your patience and support mean the world to us. Now let's see the comments. Please don't let me down. I don't mind waiting for my Ether. I had 45 Ethereum, which I was saving for my new house. I'm crying and praying to God that I'll be able to get that money out. Why don't people just keep it in cold storage, like on a cold storage wallet? I just don't understand it. Peter Schiff, you know that guy. When you and I debated Bitcoin about 6 months ago, I pointed out that you must be taking a lot of risk with your deposits to pay such high interest on crypto. You denied that was the case and assured me that any of your customers who were listening that you didn't take any risk. Peter Schiff is, I'll give a like to that one. Peter Schiff knows how to attack when somebody's down. Let's see. My entire life savings is in your hands. I trust you. Come through. You got to feel bad for these people. You really do. They didn't know any better. They really didn't know any better. There's a lot of people that just new to crypto. They don't know that, high interest yield accounts don't always pan out like that. If you have a really, really high interest, like all the crypto has high interest accounts, there is going to be a risk that they don't have enough money to pay everybody back, of course, during a bear market cycle. And you're seeing the blood in the water, so to speak, for Celsius right now. There are people salivating, and we've already talked about there's already a class action lawsuit going up against them right now, which is going to be bad. And then there's also small claims hearings that are probably going to be going on for that as well if people don't want to do the class action lawsuit. Let's see. Oh, hey, True City. Just a joke. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, I was like, I don't know what that was. Is it possible Bitcoin will touch 12K? Not likely, but definitely possible. I think Bitcoin could technically, so right now I think the low I can see for Bitcoin over the next few weeks is probably as low as 14,000. Maybe by sometime in July or August, maybe we can hit $10,000 if the economy doesn't turn around in time. Yeah, we can. We can't hit that level. And hey, Rybread, night. Thank you for letting me, thanks for reaching out the other day. I'm happy I can see your messages again. And if for whatever reason I can't see your messages in the future, because I answer all of the members' questions, send me a message on Discord and I'd be happy to look at it. In case you did that tonight and I couldn't see, my phone was actually being charged up in my couch's wireless charging slot. But if that was the case, let me know, man. I'm sorry. In case you tried to message me tonight. Because they're trading, let's make money up or down. I hold no coins, just trade. There's a lot of people that just trade. A lot of people that just trade. And here we go, a little bit of another move down here. Shorts are really trying to bring us down here a little bit more. Hovering above that support level here. And hey, Cassandra, happy to see you back as well. And hey, Glam Life, can you please do a video on wallets, cold and warm, please, like a simple one? I could try to do a video for you on wallets and kind of explain the ups and downs of them and how to, maybe, I don't know if I would see how to use them. I would have to have a wallet to show you guys in order to use it for cold storage. But I might be able to find your video and share it to you guys in Discord. That might be faster. And then if you have any questions on it, I might be able to answer it there. Otherwise, I might have to either buy a wallet or, because my wallet's in my safety deposit box, maybe ask a company for a free wallet so I can do a demonstration for you guys. That might be fine. Cold warms. Yeah, but I can try to do a simple wallet. Warm wallets, I don't recommend all too much. I mean, might as well just have an exchange at that point. With cold wallets, then you got to be using wallets like I'd recommend the Ledger Nano. That's usually a pretty basic one and it's nice. But I can try to do a video on that for you, yeah, sometime next week or so. And hey, G-Class Records, happy to see you back as well. Let's see. When do I think the next Bitcoin bull run is? I mean, for like the next altcoin season, right now it seems to be priced into maybe late 2023 to early 2024, maybe even mid 2024. So that's when I think we may see something more of a surge in price that takes us up to maybe 100,000, 120,000, maybe 150,000. Who knows? Before that, though, we're gonna have a steady rise where there's gonna be some breakouts and fun stuff to trade. So it won't just be like this the whole time. We will eventually level off and then start making a move back up. And on that move back up, we have some really big skyrockets. We come crashing back down, but then there's waves, and it's a lot more fun than what we're dealing with right now because I know a lot of you guys don't like to trade in bear markets. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. And hey, Cassidy, probably somewhere around 3.5 cents, 4 cents. Let's see. And hey, Deezer, MetaMask is warm, still better than Exchange. Yeah, I have a MetaMask wallet. I don't really use it too much, but I used to have MetaMask specifically for swapping. Because I think you could attach Uniswap to it or something like that. I think I have like half of an Ethereum in there somewhere on MetaMask, but I don't use it too much because I don't like paying gas fees. I absolutely hate it. They went from being financially free to financially frozen. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of ticked off at Celsius. I'm really surprised that they did this to their consumers because who's going to trust them going forward? We read those people that had the sob stories of like, hey, this is the money I was using to save for a house, or hey, this is the money that I, my life savings, whatever it is. You got to feel for those people. But at the end of the day, they should know that if they're able to get their money back, they have to withdraw all that money, put it on a wallet, or transfer it to another exchange, and not have it, and not let Celsius ever have their money again because they are not trustworthy at this point. Like, I cannot overstate what a breach of trust this is to the investor. Right? This is a massive breach of trust. However, there are still going to be people that say, well, I don't want to move over to another exchange because I might be too new and it's going to take me a while to learn how it works. I don't want to do that. I don't care what happens to them after that moment. I don't. Because they know they should be out of that network. They already know they had issues. And you know what? Like we talked about, there's still a good chance that Bitcoin comes down even more over the next few months. So how are they going to survive this? I don't think so if there's a run on their bank, so to speak, right? Jeez, what is with all these spammers today? Yeah, no worries, Lamoff. I'll be happy to help you out with that one. If Bitcoin goes down to 10K, would you rather own one Bitcoin or 10,000 at altcoins? I'd rather own one Bitcoin because that's a sure thing. As far as altcoins go, I'd probably take 10% of that 10% of that 10,000, and I would be trying to buy up as many altcoins as I can with probably $10 to $50 bets at that level. And then just let the chips fall where they may when everything decides to ride back up. Because right now I've been putting the money into a lot of altcoins, but I still have a mini stash, not nearly as big as like the big stash I want to buy if Bitcoin goes on to 17, 14,000, etc. But I have a smaller stash of money I have for specific altcoins, and I'm hoping soon, once this bear market is pretty much over and we can really start to see the light of the tunnel with inflation and stuff like that, I'm hoping what'll happen is that there's going to be a whole bunch of new altcoins that are brand new that have never had the nasty downward moves that we just saw with all the altcoins now. From there, a lot of those coins will probably have some really big moves, and those might be some coins that I want to toss in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks as well, and just one time $50, one time $10, whatever it is, and just hold it and wait until Bitcoin reaches all-time highs in 2024, altcoin season 25, whatever it may be, and then I'll sell those coins hoping for some really monster returns. But until that happens, I'm not really buying a large amount into altcoins besides a little bit here every single day. Let's see. And hey, Neil. Yeah, we did just break down here below the trend line a few minutes ago. We're going to see if we need to consolidate a little bit more here to make a move back above that 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Let's see. And hey, Nick, which coins am I buying at the bottom? Some of the newer coins I talked about a few seconds ago. Yeah. Yeah. You want a hug? Yeah. 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 There's going to be coins like STMX. There's going to be coins like Metaverse coins. I'm going to be buying up some of those, like Mana Sand. I have a long list on an Excel spreadsheet, but basically, if you go over to coinmarketcap.com, you open up the filters and you do market caps of under 500 million and prices under a penny. A lot of those coins are the coins I'm buying as long as they have some type of real utility. Now, what I mean by buying, I mean I'm putting anywhere from like $10 to $200 in those coins. Most of them are somewhere under $50, and some of them are over $1,000, but the majority are well under $200 per investment because they're much more riskier than if I just put all that money in Bitcoin or Ethereum, etc. Right? Dude, stop chasing your tail. Stop chasing your tail. No, Loki, there you go. Yeah, Mr. Sharp Teeth. But yeah, those are some of the coins I'm looking to buy at the bottom. And Diversify Dollar Doge has that correct. Diversify. What are my thoughts on vector candles? I personally don't use them. I learned how to use them a long time ago by reading a book. They have their uses, but I have never once used them in the crypto markets myself. I've only used them on the stock market. They're just not as pleasing to look at, so I don't use them. It's not like something is wrong with using them. If you have the opportunity, I would encourage you guys to learn how to use them and see if they make your trading any better. But they're fine. I just don't use them. They're fine. We could all use a hug right now. I think you're right on that one right there. Pump the one with the least coins. Least coins and a low market cap will do some tricks. Loki, no. Yeah, you're going to knock over stuff, then you're going to get embarrassed about it. Gauze even big. Yeah, Gauze had a big pump and dump this time. It may have another big pump next time. Let's see. 20 Ethereum sounds much more enticing, not going to lie. 20 Ethereum would actually be pretty good as well, but he said Bitcoin or altcoins. I was taking all the shit coins into account too. What coins do you think people with less money to invest should buy? I mean, if you want something solid, always Bitcoin and Ethereum are always solid coins. You don't have to own one whole coin to make money on it as it goes up. If you want something more stable, though, that's kind of a lower market cap that has like a coin. I like STMX. I like coins that have utility and they already have a partnership with other brands. So that's why I usually just go to my default and say, hey, I'm buying up some STMX. So is it loading? Yeah, it's loading. I don't know why it takes so long these days, guys. I'm sorry about the loading time because it just network error. You gotta be blah 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 blah. Okay, never mind. It worked. It's up 15% in the last 24 hours. It looks like. my main point is it is a very low market cap of 70 million. My average right now is at like 0.0078, so it's actually I'm losing money so far. But I'm gonna be buying more on the way down, obviously. But the easiest way to earn crypto, just sign up, shop, and earn crypto cash back. So they have a partnership, so they have a way to make money, and that means they can keep on improving their product without selling coins and assets. Shop the brands you love, like eBay, New Balance, Nike, whatever, Groupon. They have a plan. They're doing okay. You can stake the coins if you want to. I haven't done that. They have careers. Our team, we're growing, one vision, what all this stuff is. They're hiring people in India. They're hiring people in Miami. Affiliate marketing specialists, remote, Miami, whatever. Our products, shop, debit card memberships, right? You download, you shop, you earn, you go crypto. Sorry, that's the thing I already looked at. Memberships. It's simple as holding STMX token in your connected wallet. This unlocks the potential of your StormX account and gives you access to higher tier memberships. Each membership level bestows upon you the power of increased rewards and swifter payout times magical, right? So they've built up something that can work. Now, they need to improve their app. They need to do better work, right? But right now, I'm investing at the early stages, and you got membership levels. One reward is $9. Bronze is 1.25, 11.25. All the way up to diamond at 3x, so you can make way more money that way. So, for example, Simon places an order for $150 at a shop that offers 6% crypto cash back. The table below shows the amount of he would be rewarded depending on his membership level. So, $150, 6% cash back. You get multipliers here. This is pretty darn sweet, especially if you're buying stuff right now using their app, because over time STMX should go up a lot, right? So it's practical. There's stuff there. And maybe I'll set it up for you guys using my MetaMask account so we could, watch this together. And that might be something that you guys, would be interested in. But, I'm not trying to pump up STMX. I'm just, talking about it has utility. It'll survive all this madness because they have partnerships that are meant to last. And the holders of the app, it doesn't take any extra work by them. They're getting cash back in crypto. And, normally people don't get cash back for just buying stuff unless you have a credit card. There are plenty of Americans out there with such bad credit that they cannot actually get a credit card anymore. And so for those people, this is a way for them to get money back, even if it's in crypto form, without having a credit card. I have 4 credit cards. At one point in college, all I could have was one because I had all the student loan debt on me. I know I have a friend that can't. He has a credit score of I don't even know what it is, but he can't actually get one credit card unless he puts I don't know exactly what it is. It's a deposit before you can actually. You have to give the credit card company money, and that's the money they credit back out to you. So they're crediting your own money. But I think it builds credit if you just pay back your bills. But it's you're so untrustworthy in the eyes of the credit card company that they will not give you a credit card without you giving them money first, right? Plus an application fee, I think is what they do too. So, it's easier for them to say, hey, it's not going to help my credit out. I'll get one of those expensive credit cards, whatever it may be. Who knows what the APY on those cards is though. But they can at least be earning money back while doing that, okay? That's the goal here. So it's something practical. Jordan likes them. There we go. What's right here? Stick with top 10 to 20 market cap coins. Musky Doge makes a good point. Those are the safe coins where you're not going to be taking such high bets. Otherwise, you have to really take your time, go through these coins, every single one of them, and figure out if they can actually accomplish something, right? So, Twitter, I should probably follow these people. They only have 81,000 followers, but this is something where I can see a future here. I'd really see a future here. A friendly reminder, no day to earn like today. Exactly, so, right? And they have partnership with Groupon. It's a business. It's a business model that's working for them, okay? And I think that's the important thing going forward. So my goal is eventually they'll move up from rank 292, and sometime in the future, maybe during the next altcoin season, they will be at in the top 100. That's my goal for something like this. But there's still a chance it doesn't happen, so this is a much higher risk. And like if I wanted to buy these coins, I would have to buy it on KuCoin, because BitGate doesn't have it. I don't think. I can buy it Upbit. You can buy it on a whole bunch of other places right now. But my point is, if you guys want to buy those more higher risk coins, it's up to you to do due diligence and actually find out what problem does that coin solve, what utility does it have, and that's how you're going to be making more money down the road here. Hey, Matt. A secured credit card. Oh, it's a secured credit card, like 35% APY if you have bet. What the? Jeez, I don't know if. Oh, I don't even know if I would want it. I mean, I guess if you pay it off as soon as you buy something, you technically wouldn't have to pay the fees, maybe. But I guess if you have that bad of a credit, are you going to have the money to actually pay off the debt there? That means you're going to be using it as a debit card, basically, and just paying off the debt every single time you you have to pay off the debt every single time you buy something to make sure you don't get that higher rate. That way it can get out of control pretty fast, right? And then it's pretty soon. It's only like I think they only have like maybe $500 max credit or something like that. That might get kind of hard. Yeah. The supplies are so huge in all of them, it's hard to pull them up. No momentum. Yeah, right now, yeah, there's not many buyers out there. Any coin offering 20% APY matching the short crypto hash, I think you would not be the only one if that were to occur for sure. And hey, Michael, I was referring to vector candles. He learned using them from Tino of Traders Reality. He learned using them from Tino of Traders Reality. I don't know that YouTube channel, but I have to look at it. But yeah, if you find something you like and you want to use it, definitely use it. Definitely use it. Yeah, I'm in millions of shares into the over-the-counter market, but it's an actual company, so it's not too bad. Well, there you go. Yeah, as long as it's actually doing business here and has a chance to do something in the future, and you guys understand the high risk that comes with investing in a company that small, but you see the rewards on the other side, you can definitely make that investment. You just don't want to go all in with your life savings. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Sticking anything over 4% seems too good to be true. Unless they have something way to generate revenue that's legitimate, yeah, it's gonna be very, very hard. Like I like Voyager right now because they haven't had any major problems. They have no exposure to Celsius, which is really good news. And the money they make off of all the trading and stuff like that, they can easily pay back the 9% APY for USDC. But the majority of their coins aren't at 4% APY. A lot are at 1%, 2%, 2.5%, stuff like that, which means they've been able to manage it pretty well so far. All right, let me see right here. All right, but okay, everybody, it's 9 o'clock. I was actually supposed to end streaming like at 7 o'clock today. I was going to take it easy for tonight, but we ended up talking a little bit more. Tomorrow, the futures are still green, so maybe we can have a little bit of a solid move up if this loads up pretty fast here. Wait, so here. Load. There you go. Now we're not up 200 points anymore, 192. Now we're down to 144. So hopefully we can stay green here before tomorrow starts. But just keep a close eye on the market right now. We're still above the Fibonacci levels. We're getting rejected from a few over here, but we're kind of trading sideways at the moment. Hope for the best. I still want to say that we start off the day green here in the market. Then maybe we kind of grind down after that. But I think that during that time, we may have a little bit of a boost for Bitcoin, okay? And if you guys want to talk to other people in the other 24-hour stream, I'll just post the link below in the comments again, and that way you guys can talk to people over there if you want to. I know a lot of people want to talk on the streams while I'm talking, but there's another stream over there if you guys like to talk to other people without hearing me talk. Okay, so I'll see you guys later, and thank you guys everybody for the appreciation. I really do appreciate it. And again, I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then I'll let you guys know about the potential for consultations, like an hour-long consultation, because I'm getting enough emails now where I see, okay, I can try to do this sometime and plan it out like maybe a few every week, but not many more than that.